Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the last race of the week here at Azerbaijan, Baku, for round 13. And we've got a bit of a surprise for you. We have full qualifying for Division 3. The guys decided that they want to put themselves through aggro and pain and heartache tonight, which is going to be very, very interesting as well. And I'm sure this is going to spice things up. We do have a lot of different drivers on the grid tonight. I think someone has had a party and forgot to invite us because all the guys that are full-time are all out. Mostly 8 drivers all out and a lot of reserves and guys jumping in. 19 on the grid tonight, which is really, really good to see. Unfortunately, one driver and one team without a driver, which is McLaren, which is unfortunate. But all is well. It's really, really good to have a different grade of drivers on the grid tonight. So this should be a spicy event tonight. I am your host and commentator, SJ, and I'm joined by the man that just loves comms at the moment, Daniel Rocks. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, SJ. Glad to be here with you today on a beautiful, warm Thursday. It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday afternoon here at Baku, the land of the fire, as you know it, and full qualifying as well. So I'm excited to see what happens here.
Yeah, this should be very, very exciting. Obviously, a lot of chances to get into Q1, Q2, and Q3, and I'm sure we are going to see some fantastic pace on the grid tonight. Brian, unfortunately, does have a quali ban, so we will try and see if we can get Brian in for a quick chat if he wants to jump in. So just give him a quick tag in Division 3. That would be fantastic if he does want to jump in. He may not. He may just want to concentrate. We'll have to wait and see. We do have a sick party in here as well, though, so we will be going over the Team of the Week interview to see how he done at Imola. But first up, let's go through our grid order and give you some information while we're on into the paddock. So tonight we have Tyler Mandady in the kit. We've got Brian in the Mercedes, but does have that qualifying ban, so he's going to have to wait around for a little bit until these guys do get under wraps and get their qualifying done and dusted. We then got Albashek and Slushy in the Red Bulls at the moment. Albashek been in fantastic form in the last few weeks. Will he be able to take P1 tonight? We'll have to wait and see. Or will it be another podium in 3 consecutive weeks? We'll have to wait and see. We've then got Calco. Calco is back. Had that quali ban last week and is back on the grid, so I'll be interested to see how he goes tonight as well in the V Cub. Unfortunately, no Vu here tonight. We've then got Naya stepping up from Division 4 for sick putties. Bunking Bronco, unfortunately, is not here. Moe Nabs, another driver, stepping up for Division 4 tonight into Division 3 for the Williams team. And we've got Jazzy Draw, who's been absolutely fantastic. Hope he's had a great time away on holiday. He is racing for VCAB, replacing Vu tonight. Then we've got Cruz back in the league in the Haas team tonight. So we'll have to wait and see there. I need to go. No appearance from him tonight. Also, Toe as well. So 2 big drivers out for Haas, which we'll have to wait and see who their replacements are going to be. We've got Daz in the Ferrari. Then we've got Brad, who is leading this championship. Will he be able to lead it by the end of this race? We'll have to wait and see. Sonny Bray reserving up as well for McLaren. No Dutch and no Hennessy. Big news, no Hennessy. He's been on fantastic form lately, so this is a big loss for McLaren. Then we've got Rise in the other Ferrari, Christian Chich, known as Wogjet, in the Aston, Brian reserving up for the team himself from Division 4 to Division 3. No Matty AU, so he's replacing him. Tazio in the Alpine, Karubi reserving for Haas and stepping up tonight as well for that team. And let alone we've got the Solo Wolf in Q1, 2 and 3. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to be the case in Nishka. So that is your grid tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sick party. Good evening, my friend. How you going?
I'm doing pretty well on this, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday evening. How are you, SJ?
I'm good, mate. Get the day right. Come on. Div3 is on a Wednesday, not a Thursday. Reserve program's on a Thursday. We should know what day it is of the week. God, this is the most exciting time. It's the last race of the week before we head over to Canada for Division 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bit
You're all over the place. Anyway,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
get straight into
all
it.
over the
Let's
place,
get
really.
straight into it.
Yeah, all right then.
Team of the week. What a week you had at Imola. Obviously, it was quite close with quite a few teams, but you did get it. So talk us through your performance with your team.
Well, like quite frankly, I wasn't really expecting Team of the Week. Like it was definitely a good week, but I didn't think it would have been the best. I mean, what we got, maybe like 2, 3 podiums, I think, across the like Imola week. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really expecting to get Team of the Week, but we got it. Yeah, it was definitely a bit like up and down. Like Div 1, that was the start of the week, big high, set the bar pretty much. Div 2, I got my podium there. I was pretty happy about that. Then it was Div 4, which wasn't the greatest, but that's Div 4 is normally carnage a lot of the time. So, and Div 5, which was just which is pretty much just TMT, which has been most of the season. Which he's always doing well in Div 5, and Div 3 was Tyler and Bronco, who's sadly not here at Baku this week, unfortunately. But yeah, still overall it was a pretty really good week compared to what we've been having
What do you think went
recently.
well? What do you think? What was the reason of such a fantastic week in Imola on a track which some people like, some people hate, some people do very, very well there, and obviously we did see that JF7 and Chandler's did quite well. Obviously Chandler's did get a penalty as well, but obviously yourself did very, very well, and obviously across the board TMT obviously another good week for him. So all in all, the team done really, really well. Did you think that at the start of the week going into that track?
I was hoping we would. I mean, I knew I was. I know I tend to be good at Imola. It's just sort of natural for me to be good at the Italian circuit. So, and I had high hopes for the other guys as well. Like JF7, it's normally all the time he's like on that podium pace, which he definitely was at Imola. So, he was like comfortably, I'd say second fastest in that race in Div 1.
Okay.
Or in the dries especially. I don't know, it just really just clicked well for a lot of people. I mean, yeah, it's a bit like heavy with the track limits. Yeah, it's difficult to overtake, but like just everyone had a pretty solid race, I'd say.
Yeah,
a kick.
definitely. Obviously, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions, and then I'll pass over to Daniel Rox if he's got any questions for you. But obviously, overalls at the moment, we did see after Imola, you did leapfrog your brother, your nemesis, which has been fantastic to see all season. This season, you've obviously been racing with your brother on track and having some great battles. But obviously, kicked now 106.5 to Ferrari's 104.9. Are you pretty happy of where you are in the overalls at the moment, going into obviously this week at round 13 at Baku?
I definitely wish, obviously I'd wish it'd be at the very top, but from like the poor luck we've had across like the previous weeks, I'm still happy to be in this kind of mid pack of it because we're not that far off, or we weren't that far off like Red Bull and Williams going into like Baku. Like if we ignore Alpine, it's really tight in the overalls at the front. Like it's like 130 points of separating Kick in P5 to Merc in P2. So it's still a pretty big gap, but it's not like super big, and it can definitely change with the remaining, what is it, like 5 rounds?
Yeah.
6 rounds?
5 rounds.
Five.
Okay.
So it's still really close, and I still think we could definitely get P2 in the overalls, because I feel like P1's just out of reach with how good Alpine's just been this season, so...
Ooh, okay. Last question before I pass you over to Daniel. How do you think you've gone this week in Baku? Are you pretty confident? You think you've done well? You think you could have done better? How do you feel?
We mean like my race or like Kick as a whole?
Just in general, the whole team.
Well, I'd say it's definitely been like we've been there, like pretty high up, but it could have been better from like a lot of people. Like JF7, he was tussling with like what was it, Aiden, Campbell, Fat Cat for like those like podium positions. he barely missed out on it in the end. Like I use Div2 as well. Like where did I finish in there? Like P6, P5, what was it? I was like P6 or P5. Yeah, P6. And that could have been like a better race for me. Like, I think at one point in that race I got red wing damage on my right side because I just locked the fronts and went into a wall. Which, in the end, it put me on the 2-stop, which ended up letting me beat Aban and Angus by the end of the race. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. But, like, it's definitely been up and down. I mean, I think Team T was really cooking on Tuesday night. So I'm pretty happy with him. You know, he's got another win under his belt in Div 5. So it's, like, up and down, really. But, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, no, I appreciate that, and obviously TMT has been very, very good, and obviously the last few weeks is it's been a bit of a difficult for him. He hasn't got a P1 for quite a while, so yeah, good to see him getting up P1, and obviously especially at Baku, he does love that track, and it's got a bit of history to him as well. So, no, appreciate your comments and your answers, and I'll pass you over to Daniel Rocks if he's got any questions for you.
I've got one. What are you expecting from your drivers next week at Canada, especially with a penalty-prone track?
Well, I think it's sort of going to be like an Imola situation where it's like it's really easy to get warnings at Imola. Well, like in Canada, like both really easy to get warnings, invalidate quali laps, you know, things like that. So, I mean, I'm not much of a Canada merchant. I've never really been good at the track, but I hope that you know, most of the kick boys are pretty good at the track, so we can get some big points again, like we did at Imola. But yeah, we just gotta hope, really.
And I've got one more for you. Are you aiming for P1 in the overalls next year? Sorry.
Next season, I will definitely be aiming for P1. I mean, I remember it was pre-season this season. I was boasting about how I was gonna, you know, dominate the overalls or whatever, but that was mainly just for laughs. Kick did briefly lead at the start of the season, and then we just got plagued by bad luck. So hopefully next season, you know, I'll learn from some of my mistakes as a TP, and we'll win the overalls by 500 points.
Yeah, well done on Team of the Week. The team which I drove for in Div 2, I believe. So well done, and see you next week for Canada.
Yeah. See you, boys.
Thanks, Nick Pillay. Much appreciated. Thanks for jumping on. Okay, that was Sick Party for Team of the Week. So yeah, fantastic week from him as well, and we do have around about 4 minutes to go. Kick have only got Team of the Week twice this season, round 2 in Bahrain and round 12 in Imola. Will we see them get it any more through the rest of the season? With 5 races still to go, we'll have to wait and see. We've got 5 minutes of quali. We're about to jump on board with, let's have a look, we've got Tazio that's just coming around, which we're going to get you to jump on board with Daniel in a second, but we've got Brad that has set the pole position at the moment at 31.617. The only 2 drivers in the 39s is him and Jazzy Draw, both on 2 different teams as well, so nice little bit of rivalry going on there, and the V-Cub, which is around about 3.5 tenths off P1 at the moment. So we've got Tazio coming down the main straight. Daniel, taking us away with Tazio and the Alpine.
Copy that. Thank you, SJ, as he is going to open up the DRS wide open and start burning the battery going down into turn 1, making sure not to hit that wall that juts out in turn number 1. He doesn't. Fantastic. Burns the battery a little bit going down to turn 2, where you can hit the wall on exit if you take that curve very wide. He doesn't. Very good. Opens up the DRS yet again. Burns the battery to about 50%, 60%. Puts it back on the medium mode. Going to charge up the battery for that run to the line. Because if you have no battery for the run to the line, you're going to lose a lot of time at Baku in that long straight. As he's going to go purple with a 35.374 in that first sector. That's not PB, that's purple. Means session best. He can compete for Breadman for P number 1. And it is full qualifying as well, so he's looking to get out of that elimination zone. as he goes through Castle, not looking for a Charles Leclerc moment. That's another question I've got to ask you after this lap, SJ. Are we going to see a Charles Leclerc moment? But as I continue on with Tazio, looking to go fly here at the Land of the Fire, Azerbaijan, going through this second sector. Battery set third and final sector. What will it be? It'll be a 16.4 personal best. So let's see what Tazio has got. He's got enough battery for the run to... So let's see if he can somehow, in some way, jump Mr. Breadman. As he's going to open up that DRS wide open. And what is left of the battery to the line comes Tazio. It will be 2.5 and that'll be PASJ.
Yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. Yeah, P8, 140.565. I probably want to definitely improve on that at the moment. We've got around about 3 minutes to go. Calco is in the drop zone. He is on the lap at the moment. Daz is in the drop zone. So is Cruz at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see. Will Rise be able to get through? It's quite close between Cruz and Rise, 4.5 tenths, and also Daz is going to have to pick up the pace. He's now pulling it down the main straight, down in that lovely fast sector 3, where we are going to see most of the overtakes and the ERS and DRS battling, and there we go, straight into the pits, and obviously not happy with that time. And I don't think Daz has given himself enough time to go around again, so that's very unfortunate by the Ferrari driver. We'll have to wait and see there. We've got Calco in sector 2 at the moment. He's got his teammate tonight, Jazzy Jort, who's been very, very good as a reserve driver, reserving for quite a few teams, scoring good points and qualifying very, very well. Even that great win in Qatar as well, which was fantastic. And we'll have to wait and see what Calco can do. He's coming around into Sector 3 now. And now he comes through the right and the left, or the left and the right, the other way around, and getting on to the ERS. Burns a little bit just before he gets to that DRS now. Now he'll burn. Now he wants to be careful. He doesn't run out of ERS. Nishka has retired with a 140.344, so thinks he's safe at the moment. And there's a lot of guys to do out laps. And Calco up into P2 with a 39.622. Well, there you go. Very, very impressive time there. We've got 1 minute to go. What are we looking at the moment, Daniel?
Heaps of drivers on laps, obviously. I reckon Mui and Nishka called it a session here. With everyone improving the personal bests and purples, looking like they're going to be in the drop zone when everyone's finished their lap. So they're going to be hoping that everyone below them does not improve, SJ. So let's see what everyone's got.
Yeah, we do. We do have a few guys still on outlaps as well. We've got a Kit coming down the main straight. We've got another Aston Martin coming down the main straight of Brian. Is Brian going to push himself up? We'll have to wait and see. He's on an outlap as well. Sorry, Brian's on a lap and Wogjet just about to start. We've got the Red Bull of, it looks like Slushy is coming into the pits. He's happy with that P4 for the time being. A little bit further down, we've then also got Jazzy Jort that's on an outlap. Rises retired, so he's happy where he is, and I think he is out of qualifying of Q1, so really unfortunate for Rise. And looks like Daz, it may not get round in time either. I'm just on board with Daz at the moment. He's in an outlap. He's coming through the castle. I can't see the time limit at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's no, Daz is out. Daz is done. We could see a double Ferrari. This is not the start that Ferrari want, or the TP of Lamb as well. What about Cruz? Can Cruz get himself through? He's got a nice little toe on the back of his teammate here. So can Karubi, who has taken pole position with a 39.4, can he get Cruz through? As you can see, he's flashing like crazy with his ERS. Can he get through? Yes, he can, into P7. That drops Brian down into P16, who's going very slow, and it looks like he is out. And look at that, the two Aston Martins in P15 and P16 here. What is Wogjet going to do, Daniel? I'll let you take away the last couple of corners to see if he is going to be able to make it through. It looks like his teammate is going out. So, yeah, what's your thoughts here?
Wait, who, sorry? I was not listening. Well,
Cristiano Chip. P15.
Oh, Cristiano, yes. Yes, let's see what he's got as he comes to the line. Now, can he get himself into qualifying 2. Yes, he can. P11 with a 40.2. So he is through, and I reckon that might be it for Q1, ladies and gentlemen. Our first knockout people are Brian, Daz, Rise, and Bry on PC, and I reckon, I don't know how to pronounce that Red Bull's name, but yeah, those are your 5 people knocked out in queue number 1 as we wait for everyone to cross the line. SJ, what are your thoughts on that session? I think it was pretty quiet. Nothing really happening.
No, not too much. Not too much at the moment. Obviously, the guys just putting their times in as much as they can, and yeah, trying to get through as well. But probably the biggest shock there is the double Ferrari out of Q1 as well, right down the bottom, and so that is not what they're gonna want. Hopefully, we're going to see an improvement there in the race in itself. So I've got these guys to jump in, which I'll just flick them a message. But here we go. 25 seconds left. We got Karubi taking P1, Brett taking P2, Calco taking P3. Then we got Slushy, Sunny Bray, Jazzy, Tyler, Naya, Cruz, Moa, Wojciech, Nishka dropping down at P12. Johan, Tazio, and Albashek just getting through by 5.5 tenths. Byron and Rise and Daz, and also Brian with that quali ban are out. So, guys, feel free to jump in if you want to have a quick chat with us regarding eliminations. And now we are moving on to Q2, Daniel.
Yes, Q number 2, the most session of the whole weekend, basically. Q2. It determines if you get into the top 10 shootout or not. If you don't, you save a couple of soft tires, which you might be able to use at the end of the race. But if you do get through, you don't have any soft tires, but I don't think that'll even matter. As we get a green light at the end of the pit lane, who will be the first out, SJ? That's the question.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. Who's going to set that first banker and obviously not use those tyres? I've got a few comments coming in here saying few impede, so we probably will see some of these reports coming in. Rise impeded as well, so we don't know who that is. We're seeing looking like Rise was impeded, so we'll have to see if that is going to go in as a ticket from the TP of Aston Martin there. So we'll have to wait and see. And they've got Albashek isn't knocked out, but only 4 get knocked out because there's only 19 cars. So yeah, Albashek very, very unlucky to get through in the end, though. He's going to have to do a lot better. Quicksilver, thank you very much. Welcome, mate. How you going? Hope you're well. I'm hearing a lot of rumours that you may be racing in Canada, so you've either stolen someone's rig or you're racing around some random person's house who's got a rig, so we'll have to wait and see to see if we're going to see Quicksilver at Canada for Division 4. I think Mitch and Patrick and a few others will probably be happy without seeing Quicksilver because he is doing a fantastic job in Division 4 at the moment. But this is not Division 4, this is Division 3. We have a few guys on outlaps. Naya, Bread, who is leading this championship, Wildjet and Karubi. Karubi very impressive in that Q1 at Baku, and I have been speaking to him quite a while back, and he said that he absolutely loves this track, so we'll have to wait and see if he can be the one to take the win tonight for Hat. We'll have to wait and see. But on that, we do have someone coming in. I'm going to let you take this one, Daniel. We've got Brian that's jumped in from the Aston Martins. Over to you.
Yeah, Brian, very, very unfortunate that you get knocked out in queue number 1. My first question is, what happened?
I was running a much better lap than the first one, come up to Castle section, and here's a Ferrari parked in the middle of the track. And I was like, okay, either turn, lose all the time I made up, or hope to God that he gets out of my way, and he parked it right on the racing line. I came up to him so quick I couldn't even see whether he retired or if he was an AI, I have no idea. But it parked it in the worst spot you could possibly imagine.
Did you feel like you had the pace to maybe get into this Q2 section?
Oh, 100% had the pace. I was not worried at all. That's why I went out on my first set of tyres, because I knew I was going to be still faster, and then I could use another set in Q2 and then I've got 2 chances at Q3. I was pretty confident anyway, but yeah, that was just ridiculously unfortunate for me. I'm not sure what to do about that.
Yeah, very unfortunate for you there, Bri. But where are you expecting to finish in this race, especially with tight Baku walls as close as one car's width around this track? So where are you expecting to finish here, Bri?
I would be happy with anything in the top 10. I just want to try and do a no penalty race like I did the other night in Div 4. And just anywhere in the top 10. Honestly, I'd be happy with. That's points, even though it's just reserve points. But yeah, top 10 is what I'm sort of aiming for. Hopefully, we can make it happen.
Yeah, very unfortunate for you there, Bri. I'll hand to SJ if he's got any questions, but unfortunate. We'll see what you can do in the race.
Appreciate that, mate. Thank you.
Brian, thanks for jumping in and obviously stepping up tonight for the Aston Martin team. Just seen your teammate just go around to the time, actually hit the side of the wall and lose a little bit of his front wing, so a little bit unfortunate. Obviously, you were saying there was an impeding there, so it looks like there will be a steward report coming in for an impede there. We did see you slow down a little bit and give it a little bit of a tow to your teammate, which did actually help. You got your teammate into Q2, obviously sacrificed yourself, obviously got that impeding. Which obviously will be looked at by the stewards, I'm sure of it, and you've got him through. So, talking about your teammate, how do you think Wojcik's going to go? He's done a 140.832 at the moment. Are you pretty confident that Wojcik will go into Q3?
I think he can. I think he can definitely make it. Yeah, absolutely. He's mentioned that Baku is one of his favourite tracks. So no doubt a bit of practice and everything went in, and he can hopefully get it into Q3 for the Aston guys.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen your time here in Division 4 was very, very fast. It was unfortunate, obviously, where you finished in the end, and you've got some serious pace. So, strategy tonight. We know that the tyres here are a bit awful. The mediums don't go long. Are we looking at a different strategy? Obviously, starting at the back, maybe on the hards, or are you still looking to run those mediums?
I am entertaining the idea of maybe trying the hards and see if we can push them as far as we can, and then use the mediums, because I do feel pretty fast on the medium. So maybe the mediums at the end can last me long enough to sort of stay in hopefully the top 10 if I make it there. So possibly we'll see. I'm thinking about it. I am.
Okay, nice to go. Well, all the best in the race, and good luck.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen.
No worries, man. All right, that is Brian that's just jumped in, that's been eliminated. It does not look like that we are going to get anyone else jumping in. We will be doing an onboard on Albashek when he does do another time for AXT. That's just requested that. But we've got Bread that is about to start. And Daniel, take it away with the championship leader. He's about to start. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him. Over to you, my friend.
Yes, thank you for that, SJ. As he opens up DRS wide open. DRS is not a thing in real life anymore, so this is the only DRS you're going to get. But as he turns it into turn 1, very good by the championship leader, as you said. Looking to go absolutely quick here, better than that 39.3 posted by Tazio. Going down the straight before turn number 3, burning the battery a little bit. Then turns the battery off, goes through turns 3, making sure not to touch that wall. He doesn't, very good. Gives a little bit of a tap on exit, but overall looking pretty good so far. Let's see what his first sector split will be. It'll be a 35.2. Looking decent is Bread. As he's going to start to go through the castle section now, making sure not to do a Charles Leclerc moment from 2019. Let's see his castle section. Will it be good? Bit wide. that I almost cursed him. Almost gave away my second ever commentator's curse. But I reckon that lap is now in the bin, unless he can make up that time loss in Carl's section going through the third and final sector. See what it will be. Will it be a personal best? No, it'll be purple, actually. It'll be purple, even going white. Carl's section, he goes purple. So let's see what Mr. Breadman can do. Mr. Gingerbread Man is his name now for me. As he gets a bit of a toe from his teammate there. Let's see if that'll help. Opens that DRS wide open, looking to use what's left of the ERS. Spread to the line. He goes P5 with a 40.093. SJ, that Carlsville section didn't look very good for him.
No, P5, I think he'll be a little bit disappointed about that because, well, look at that. 8 temps between him and P10 at the moment, and obviously 9 temps between P11 and P5. So he's good. If he's going to be safe, we'll have to wait and see. We've still got quite a few guys still to set times. We've got Slushy coming down the main straight. We've got Karubi. That's about to start. We are going to jump on board with Albashik when he comes out at the moment. So we'll just stay on board with Karubi and let him do his time. So he's coming round into turn 1, done turn 1, now into turn 2. And then coming down the main straight, a little bit of work here between the two of Cruz and Karubi, as you can see. Looks like that is Cruz that's going to get out of his way, gives him a nice little toe. We've seen Karubi do very, very well in Q1 and looking very, very good in Q2. Will he be able to go pole? 39.353 is the time to beat. Not too much on the ERS though at the moment, 90%. So he's really running quite high on the ERS, now burning a little bit down in towards that sector 2, towards the hardest part of the track, which is the castle. You have to be extremely cautious not to do it, Charles, as we've seen so many times, as he just goes whiskers so close to there, and he spins and nearly DNFs into the wall up through castle on the first corner. So very, very unlucky there. A bit scrappy here from Karubi. He won't be happy with this, but it's still going to be a time, and that is what he wants to do. 75%. He's got it a little bit wrong in that sector 2. Can he make up for sector 3? Still got 4 minutes to go, so won't be surprised if we see him come into the pits not setting a time. Let's have a look. 60% on the ERS, coming into the left-hander, then onto the right-hander, burning the power all the way down now through sector 3, burning that ERS all the way up to about 10%. Now he hits onto the DRS and we will see him do a time here. What's it going to be? Even though he made mistakes, he still goes pole. So Karubi has got some serious pace, and Baku tonight, Daniel.
Yes, very good lap by Karubi, and I reckon that had to been a bit of lag. Because I was experiencing the same thing as you're experiencing, S. We have Slash and J1 Monster on outlaps. They feel like they're not safe. But we got Tyler, the Haas driver, has not set a lap yet. Same with Jazzy and Simon Ray. Actually, as I say that, Jazzy Draw sets a lap, goes P3, 39.5. Well done to him. He might be safe. But the main question is Tyler, the Sauber driver, team of the week. Let's see if he can get himself into Q number 3, the top 10 shootout. But as I'm going to steal Rekaz' saying here, as rush hour is about to begin here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my boy Rekaz. Anyways, we continue on. We got drivers coming out, starting to set laps. Let's see who can get themselves into Q3, SJ. As Cruz invalidates, so he's going to have to go again.
Looks like he's put enough fuel in that car to go again as well. And we're still waiting for Albashek. He's in P6 at the moment. We've got Nishka in P9. It's looking very, very close. Look at that, 642 to Monster with a 647 as well. Wogjet there, 148.32. We've got Yellows in Sector 3. We're still seeing Albashek, who we are going to jump on board with when he does come out. We've still got, like you said, Tyler and Sonny Bray still to set times at the moment, as Tyler and Sonny Bray down there P14, P15, and then we're talking about Kick being team of the week. Both of their drivers are down in P12 and P14 in elimination zones at the moment. Albashik is now about to come out of the pit on an out lap. He's just about to start here, so we'll have to wait and see what he's going to do. We've got his teammate Slushy, who is on lap at the moment. Let's see if he's going to improve in Sector 1. 4.5 temps up. This is looking very good for the Red Bull driver. And let's have a look. He was very unfortunate last week in Imola with those penalties. Looked like it could have been a very good finish of a track which he absolutely loves. So let's have a look going through the castle. Are we going to see an improvement in that Sector 2? We saw 4.5 temps in Sector 1, which basically pushes him up to a 39.9, which will put him only up to P6 at the moment. So let's have a look. Sector 2, are we seeing an improvement there? This is the main one we're going to look at here. Takes it very nicely onto the curb. A little bit of traffic in front. He may get a tow off that traffic. We'll have to wait and see. 9.5 temps. He is flying. We are definitely looking at a early 39s here, or maybe even a mid 39s. So keep on board with Slushy. Coming around into the final corner, down onto the main straight. We still have to jump on board with Abhishek for that flying lap, which I'm going to let Daniel take it away when we get on board it. But Slushy coming to the line. What's it going to be? Pole position with a 39.336. Very impressive. Jazzy Jorts decided to call it. He's happy with his time. Abhishek's about to start. Could we see a double of Red Bull going into Q3? We'll have to wait and see. But over to you, Daniel.
Yes, very good lap by Abhishek's driver, Slushy. Cruz calls it head A. He's in the drop zone. So let's see what Abhishek can do. Let's see if he can get himself up P2 to make it a Red Bull double 2 at the end of Q2. Like that saying. As he goes through turn 1, up, but overall pretty good as he's going to burn that battery with the DRS wide open. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can improve, because he's in the current drop zone with people setting laps, doing personal bests, as Karubi and Tazio call it. They're done. P2 and 3, well done to them. As we focus on Abhishek now. Going through the first sector, Breadman goes P1 with a 39. As Abhishek's minor up. But let's see what he can do through the castle section. This point. If you mess up castle section, done. Let's see if he messes it up. Well done by Abhishek, because he's in P10. He might get eliminated here. Let's see what he can do. Improve. Let's see if he can get a better lap in than a... He's in P11. He's currently out. If he messes up his... Let's see what his second sector's like. It's a 15.5. He's 3/10. Let's see if he can get into Q3. Calco goes P1. Let's see what Abhishek can do, as he's going to... with the DRS and ERS. Let's see what he can do. Can he make it a double Q3 for Red Bull Racing? To the line comes Abhishek. He does. He makes it P7, 39.639. Q number...
Oh, we lost you. You keep cutting out a little bit, but we're just on board with Wogjet. He's got no front wing. It looks like he could be out. And yeah, Nishka has been dropped out of Q2 into the drop zone, and he is out. Wogjet is out as well. So they are going to be your guys that are going to be offered to jump in to have an interview. But yeah, we've lost Nishka, Cruz, Monster, Wogjet, and Naya Eshe. So there we go. A Calco taking pole position going into Q3. Very, very impressive there. And yeah, Abhishek got himself out of the drop zone and into Q3. So very exciting to see. And here we go. Here are your classifications. Calco taking P1 with 39.104. So could we see the 38s or the late 38s in Q3? We'll have to wait and see. Bread taking P2. Slushy taking P3. Karubi taking P4. Tazio in P5. Very, very good performance from Alpine as well. Getting both cars into Q3, sorry. Jazzy Draw, the other V-Cab through as well. Abhishek, the other Red Bull through. Tyler, the only kick. Murray, the only Williams. And the only McLaren of Sunny Bray. Nishka, Cruz, Monster, and Wogjet. Nia Eshe, unfortunately, are out. Right. We do have Cruz that has jumped in to have a quick chat with us. Daniel, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm Jay. Cruz, very unlucky to get eliminated in Q2. Like I asked Bry, what happened?
Well, my first planned run on the fresh softs, I was about a second or so up. I invalidated that, so I had to go again on the softs, and the lap was decent, but it just wasn't good enough for Q3. So it was completely my fault. I just went a little too deep on the turn after Castle, and after that it set myself up to not make Q3.
Now, with that lap that you did invalidate, do you think you could have made it with that lap to Q3?
I think I could have. I had battery in the tank to use at the back straight, and I was already about a second, 1.2, 1.1 up, and I could have easily gained time on that straight. I think possibly, who knows, but possibly if I had finished that lap, maybe I'd be here driving in Q3.
Yeah, very unlucky, Cruz. I'll hand you over to Jay to see if he's got any.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can do in the.
Sorry, no worries. If you could get Sonny Bray back in, he's just left the session. That would be fantastic. Cruz.
Yeah.
We did see you and Karubi work quite well in Q1 and Q2, and obviously Karubi looked very, very fast in Q1. Not the same in Q2, so pretty good teamwork tonight with Haas. But unfortunately, one is through and you're out of Q3. What's going to be the strategy moving forward going into the race?
Well, I think first things first, we got to get both cars over the line, like we said. Survive the chaos of lap one, and then just race people. Just have a fun night, a clean, fun, enjoyable night, and who knows, maybe we'll even score some points.
Yep, that's the way to be. Is Baku a good track for you? Do you like the track?
I'm not too bad at it. I don't mind it.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, unfortunate for going out, and yeah, look forward to seeing what you can do in the race, mate. And good luck.
Yep, thank you.
No worries. Okay, looks like no one else wants to talk to us, which is a little bit of a shame, but we will move on. Right. Daniel, do you think we are going to see the 38s in Q3?
Yes, I'm still trying to get Sunny Bray back in, but I reckon we might see a cheeky little 38-9, maybe 38. That, but let's see.
Okay, well, we're going to find out and see what we get, because Tyler has started, so has Albashek, and so has quite a few other guys as well. So we'll jump on board with Tyler at the moment, as he is, I think, no, he's not the first one. Moe's in Sector 1, I think. Brett started. So we'll stay on board with Brett because he's in Sector 2 now, coming through the castle. Let's have a look to see what his time is going to be. We'll just obviously get the Sunny Bray back in, which hopefully will be very, very good. Yeah, he knows his mic keeps cutting in and out, which is a bit of a pain, but I'm sure he'll get it sorted. Brett coming around into Sector 3 now. Let's see, is this man going to take pole position? He's going to need this. He needs some big confidence. He is leading the championship. Brian, their closest one to him in the championship, does have that quali ban, so he's going to have to make his way through the traffic tonight, which is going to be tough. It's not going to be an easy task here, so we'll probably see a Mercedes on a different strategy. But Brett coming to the line, 3% of the ERS getting onto the DRS as well, into the 38s. No, not quite. 39.762. So that's the time to be at the moment. Now we're going to see Moe Nabs coming very, very closely behind him, 141. So that is very slow compared to Brett's time there. So we'll have to wait and see. What about Tyler? Are we going to see in 41s as well? So I reckon some of these guys, Daniel, are using their old set of tyres.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, SJ, that's the same thing I would do. I would go for an old set before I use my new set just to get a banker, and then at the end of the absolute session, we will get the absolute flyers. So let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, well, obviously a big difference, isn't it? 141.4, Murray Nabs to a 139.662. So look at that, Alpine, P1 and P2. Yeah, they have, one has been very, very good in here, and the other one has just struggled a little bit. So if there's an opportunity tonight for Tazio to really pull in Alpine and, you know, nail those points, and this is the night. And Jazzy George just goes pole with a 139.522, so even better for him. We've then got Slushy on an outlap as well, who was very impressive in Q2. Calco's on the lap as well at the moment. We've also got Karubi. Karubi's done a purple in Sector 2. We saw how quick he was in Sector in Q1. He doesn't have his teammate with him tonight, so we'll have to wait and see. We've got an onboard with Calco, so we'll jump on board that in a second if we have channel points. So in fight, mate, use your channel points. You know the score, but Karubi does go 39.067, just off a smidge to a 38 there, so I'm reckoning that Karubi can do it. We'll have to wait and see if the track's going to really warm up and see if he's going to be able to do it. We've still got Slushy that's on a lap, and Calco on a lap, and Sonny Bray who's in the pits. We're going to have to wait and see. Here we do have an onboard. We will jump on board with an onboard with Calco later on when he does his flying lap. He is on one at the moment, but we'll jump off on that. We've got Slushy coming round as well. Sonny Bray's having difficulty to join, which is a bit of a shame. So hopefully we can get him in. Tazio in P3 at the moment. Jazzy George in P2. Daniel has left the session, so I'm going to have to invite you back because there's no other way you can get back. So I have to invite you that way. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. So let's see if we can get Daniel Rocks back and Sonny Bray at the same time because they might as well both be invited. So there's one and there's two. So there we go. There's your two invites. So hopefully we can get these guys back in. Calco sets pole. There you go. We've got a 38.782, Daniel. 38.782 is pole position for the time being.
Yeah, I told you it would see a 38. I'm going to need another invite, though.
Yay. Don't we just love it? Let's get...
Yeah, we love EA. We love EA Sports. We love it. It's absolute thriller of a game.
There you go. I'm going to send Sonny as well because I've just might as well. I'm here. No. What's going on here? There we go. All right, Daniel, you're in. Sonny Bray is in. Well, not in yet. I've just sent an invite. So there we go. Sonny Bray is the only car to set a time at the moment, but Calco does do pole position of 38.782, 2.5, just under 3 tenths of Karubi there as well, and 9 tenths, nearly a second quicker than the man that is leading the championship in bread. So we'll have to wait and see as Slushy is about to start his one as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. He's in Q3 currently. He's in drama. We've got yellows there flashing at the moment. Looks like he's not on a lap. So we'll jump back off and we'll go back on board to the top. We will jump on board with Calco for a flyer. What are you thinking at the moment? Obviously, Calco leading the way, Karubi in P2 and Jazzy Jordan P3. VCAB having an absolute stellar of a night in quali.
Yeah, absolute best case scenario for VCARB here. Calco on pole with a 38.7, and then Karubi P2 with a 39. I reckon we might see a cheeky 38.5. I'm putting it down now, a 38.5 down, SJ.
Yeah, it's doable. Well, 3 minutes to go. So we're going to have to see a quick switch here, get onto some fresh tyres, tweak the little setups a little bit just to see if they can. Sonny Gray still sitting in time here, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully he will be able to join. Have sent him an invite. We can try and give him another invite as well. That'd be fantastic. 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes to go. And he's going to have to be quick here because Sonny Bray looks like he is going to be starting P10, but could be starting P10 from an AI perspective as well. You do not want to be AI here. It's going to be difficult for the guys to get around AIs as well, but hopefully we can get back in. But we've got a few guys on laps, on outlaps at the moment. We've got Jazzy George, Tazio, Braid, Abhishek, and Murray Nabs on outlaps. Great job tonight from Murray Nabs, from Division 4 stepping up, and from Sonny Bray making it into Q3. Really good job from them as well. From Division 4, so top job. That means they've got some serious pace. Is there any Xbox users? I'm not sure. I've tried to invite you. If anyone else can, then yeah, try and get you in. We'll have to wait and see what happens. We've got Calco on that map as well, so we'll jump on board with Calco and get underway very, very soon. 1 minute and 36 seconds to go to find out who's going to take pole position here for the Baku Grand Prix for round number 13, Division 3. Don't forget, tomorrow night is the reserve program for Canada, and Sonny Bray has joined us. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to set a time. No investigation needed because he's got disconnected, so no investigation needed for a steward. So, yeah, unfortunately, we'll start P10, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow night we have the reserve program, so feel free to tune in at Canada, and then kicking off on Saturday when you'll be joined by Rekus and someone else. I'm not sure who that will be. We'll have to wait and see what the schedule says yet. We will then be joined by Rekus and the other person in the comms box for Canada for Division 1 on Saturday night. A lot of action still to go through tonight for Division 3. Calco is about to get underway. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. This could cause him problems. We'll have to wait and see. But Daniel, for the last time in Q3, take it away for Division 3 for Calco.
Yes, the man that is currently on pole with a 38.782. Let's see if he can fly even further to a potential 38, even lower, as he begins his lap, going down into turn, looking very clean, very going down into turn 2, making sure not to mess up on the curve. He does DR, burns the battery down to 70%, and let's see what he can do. Can he go even quicker than the other guys currently on track? As we have got a slow V club. Don't know who that is. I'll get you to investigate that one, Jay, as we continue on. As Calco is 1 millisecond down. 1 millisecond. Can you believe that? Moving on, going to castle section now. Let's see if he can perfect castle section. As Corby has crashed at castle section. Sorry, that's Calco. It's a big crash as Tyler gets a 5-place grid penalty. We got our Charles Clermont. Wow, that's going to ruin Calco's chances as pole. As Tazio goes pole. Wow, what have we... Jay?
Absolute drama, absolute scenes here. And that means Tazio has gone pole position. Calco has dropped down into P2. We've got Jazzy Draw. Can anyone cause any more problems? It's going to be a lot for Jazzy Draw to do something. Also Slushy as well. Well, let's have a look here. Drama here at Baku in Q3. We'll have to wait and see as we've got Murray Nabs coming down. He goes P6, so a big improvement from him. Who else do we have next? We've got Tyler. And what can Tyler do? Can he knock Abhishek off? No, he can't, but look how close it is. 40.291. Abhishek, not the impressive time that probably he wants. What about Slushy? We saw how quick he was earlier on. Is Jazzy Jorts coming down as well? Can we get another VCAB onto the top 3? No, we can't. He stays P5. What about Slushy? Can Slushy cause any more problems? No, 39.858. And Calco having to come into the pits. And look at that. If you are tuning in with us, you will not believe the scenes. The overall leaders, Alpine, up P1 and P3 going into this race. Absolute scenes here, Daniel.
Yes, what was... I'm speechless, SJ. What have we just seen? we've seen a pass crash like 2019. Absolute memories, by the way. And then next, Alpine go, you know what? Let's get a 1-3, SJ. So I wonder if they're going to be leading 1-2 by turn 2.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and obviously some massive points here that Alpine can score and already solidify a very good lead on their overalls that they have at the moment, which is great to see, but we'll have to wait and see. But look at this. 2 big 5 grid place penalties there for Calco and Sonny Bray. So that's going to be even further down. So Bread actually goes P2. So Alpine are in the driving seat of this race before it even starts. Tazio taking P1, Bread taking P2, then Karubi, then Jazzy Short, then Calco, Morinab, Slushy, Albashik, and Tyler will start last with Sonny Bray leapfrogging him. Drama here in Baku, and we haven't even started the race. This is the reasons why we love full qualifying.
Yes, absolutely. We should do this more often if the drivers want to vote. That's the thing. As we are now waiting for the and finalize their setups for the race start. SJ, prediction. Who is winning this Grand Prix from Q3 qualifying?
I have no idea.
Well, I've got both Alpines finishing 1-2. Doesn't matter which way, but I reckon Alpine's gonna get a 1-2. Yes. That's my predictions.
I think Tazio's going to DNF.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but let's see. As we are still waiting to go ahead and get those 5 red lights illuminated. So, as we are still waiting, SJ, I will throw it to you. I want to hear... What do I want to hear? I see a child...
Sorry?
Are we gonna see a Leclerc moment? That's my question. Are we gonna see a Charles Leclerc moment?
In Division 3, possibility.
Interesting. Well, I've got yes, but as we are going race starting now, we got 3, 4, 5 red lights, Division 3, Rush Race League. It's lights out and we go racing here from John. It looks like a great start from both the Alpine. But look at a Red Bull driving it up the inside. They're locked, they're interlocked. That is crazy start here for Baku as very good start by them. Look down the rest of the grid. It looks like good as they held positions. But overall, a very clean and dramatic start. As I think Jazzy Slash and Ty got together from the race start. Let's have a look what... So we got the top 7 on mid, the Nishka on hard, same with Cruz, Rise and Daz. Everyone else is on. Guys, SJ, what a start we've had from...
Yeah, I'm having real difficulty with your mic, man. If you could sort your mic out or change your headset, it would be fantabby-dozy, because you're cutting out like anything, and I can't understand what you're saying, unfortunately. Which is a shame. So sort your mic out, then jump back in. We've got Tazio leading the way, as Daniel said at the moment. Then we've then got Bread. We had some scenes there in lap 1. Well, not even in lap 1, just at the beginning there. Obviously with a few guys locking as we're going to have a look at position changes. Look at that. Karubi 13, Slushy 12, and Jazzy 15. So they've lost so many places. Galco with that 5 grid place penalty. He's moved himself up into P3 there, and Mummy Nabs into P4 as well. So really good start from them. But the Alpines are in great position here at the moment. P1, P2, as we see Tazio dropping off into P2 and Brett into P1 leading the way at the moment. So this could not go any better for Alpine at the moment. But we're only on lap 2 out of 26, and if you are tuning in with us, you may have seen that we had a few bit of moments there. Calco having a bit of a spin and really hurting himself in that Q3 and getting himself a 5 grid place penalty as well, which may be looked at by the stewards, but I'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, we're on lap 2 out of 26, and we've got Bread and Tazio leading the way with Calco in P3. Then Murray Navs in P4, Sunny Brand P5, Abhishek in P6, Nishka in P7, Juan Monster in P8, Wogjet in P9, Tyler and Naya in P10 and 11. Brian in P12, great start from him. And we've got Cruz in P13, Rise in P14, Kirby in P15, Daz in P16, Brian in P17, making up a couple of places. Long way to go in this race. Then Slushy down there in P18. He'll be very, very angry with the start of this race. And Jazzy Draw as well be in the same position in P19. So some of these guys you wouldn't think you'd see down the bottom are down the bottom, and we've seen a bit of debris there as well, so someone may have hit the side of the wall. But at the moment, Tazio and Brett are leading the way, but Calco looks like he is going to spoil the party, and he may spoil the Alpine party here, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm on my backup headset, so is it better? Am I cutting out as much, or?
You still in and out. Oh, Sonny Bray is out of this race, ladies and gentlemen. He has lost it. What's happened there? I'm just trying to find out. He's gone into the wall and he is out. And we have a VSC, and that is no McLaren scoring no points in this race. Sorry, back to you, Daniel. We have just lost the retirement of Sonny Bray. He has hit the wall coming out of turn 1.
Yeah, very unlucky. I think he crashed at turn number 1, went a bit wide, one of those barriers. As it was going on, I was seeing if my better, and I was asking if I was cutting out more or less. You know, is it better?
It's in and out. It's in and out for some reason. I don't know why. It keeps cutting out. You're good. Keep doing it. You're fine. I'll tell you if it's really bad.
Okay. Well, as we go under VAC, as Eshe was going on, Calco has somehow managed to move his way back up to P3 and back up with both the Alpine drivers. So let's see what he can do, if he can gain anything off this VSC restart. But really unfortunate for Sonny Bray as we go green flag racing. So SJ, I'll hand it back to you now.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Rise at the moment, having a few lagging issues there, so we'll just jump on board with him to see how he's going. He seems to be alright at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. He's in P12 at the moment, losing that front right-hand side of that plate as well, as we see a little battle going on there at the back. We'll have to wait and see. DNF on track and no safety car. No, he hit the wall. There's no, well, because it's on reduced. It's on reduced, that's why, Liam. So that's the reasons why street tracks are on reduced settings, but everything else is on standard, so the safety car doesn't come out as much as it normally would anywhere else. So that is the reasons why. But back up to the front. Bread now into P3, Calco into P2, so he has put a bit of a spanner in the works in this party, of this Alpine party at the moment, and he is literally in the sandwich of 2 Alpines. A great job from the VCAB driver at the moment. Shame about his teammate though, has not been able to get there. We've seen a little bit of debris gone into the wall there. Who has lost a bit of debris? It looks like it could be Murray, or is it Bread? Let's have a look. Alpine wing damage I'm hearing, and it looks like that is, I'm just trying to see, is that Tazio that's hit the side of the wall? It is, and he's lost the front left side, Daniel. So this is going to cause Tazio some real problems now with Calco with a full wing and looking very, very fast in this race.
Yes, that is really, really, really not what, that's not what Tazio really needs. With Calco really gaining on him now, 6/10 of drift. Still in DRS, but let's see if he's got enough DRS. The question, to gain down this massive long straight. Let's see what Calco can do down this main long straight, as he's looking to gain on the own race leader, Tazio. But question is, can he do it down into turn number 1? with the DRS. Is he gonna, as the DRS is gonna pop wide open right about now? Let's see if he can gain enough. As he's gaining, he's not gonna dive turn 1, but he's looking quite racy. As we look further back, we got Abhishek behind Mui, looking to gain for P number 4. As our first pit stopper goes to Rise and Cruise. So let's see if they can get the benefit of the undercut on the other race participants, I guess. As we continue on, Kelko looking really racy now. Gained about 2 tenths, 3 tenths into those couple of corners because of Tazio's front wing damage. So let's see what he can do down the famous Baku main straight, SJ.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of drivers having a lot of wing damage as well, so Baku really causing problems. The question is this race going to continue dry? Because that weather doesn't look too shabby either. Looks a little bit overcasty there, so we'll have to wait and see. Brett staying with Calco at the moment. A little bit of drama going on here as one down there in P10 has been overtaken by the 2 kicks. One's got damage on the front left there, Tyler, and what about Naya as well? Did struggle in Division 4 the other night, hit the wall quite a lot. So, yeah, good points so far for Kick in P8 and P9. Nishka making his way up there. He's on the hards, so he's going to go a little bit longer. We've got drama here as Brian has lost it, and Brian's into the wall. Oh, really unfortunate for Brian. Has Brian got damage there? Let's have a look. I'm trying to jump on board with Brian. Let's have a look. No rain expected though. Okay, there we go. Front right. Brian has lost the front right hand side, and that is not going to help his race on lap 5 at the moment. But anything could happen in this race. We've seen a lot of drama happening. Back up to the front. Calco does take the lead of this Grand Prix. Up in a P1, we've got Moose going on left, right, and centre. We've then got Murray Nabs trying to go for it as well. We've then got Nishka getting involved. Abhishek in a P4, Nishka in a P5. Those hards are going to be fantastic tyres when they start to get up to 10. That's going to be the question. Nishka in a P5, Murray down into P6, dropping like a stone earlier on with that damage. Nishka looking for a move there. We've got drama here. The 2 Alpines have come together. Oh my God, there's a pile-up. There's an absolute pile-up here. What has happened? Abhishek's got a 10. Brett's gone round. What has happened here? The 2 Alpines have come together. We've seen this before. Brett's got no front wing. We've seen, oh my days, what have we seen here, Daniel? I cannot believe it. We've got no safety car at the moment. Yes, we do. Safety car is out. Back to you.
I'm asking the same thing, SJ, but the really beneficiary car goes to the 2 Saubers. The 2 Saubers are up to 2 and 3 with a bit of damage, front wing damage, but otherwise 2 and 3. But really unlucky for the 2 Alpines that came together. I'm wondering if Brett tried to make an inside move on his teammate, or did Tazio make an inside move on Brett? Well, we will never know until the stewards will out. But really, really bad scenes at the Alpine pit wall. Let's see what happens with the pit stops. But the bad thing is, the Saubers are really close together. So, Naya is looking very bad at this moment because he's going to get the double sack, which means he's going to lose a lot of position. Okay.
Oh, this is massive. This is massive. I do not know what's happened. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we've got Sonny Bray wanting to jump into the comms box, so feel free to jump in to the comms box, mate, and we'll have a quick chat with you while we're on the safety car. Guys, you do not want to go anywhere. We have got 20 laps of racing here, and it's so much has changed. A lot of guys coming into the pits now. Nishka's strategy has all gone wrong here. He's on the 5-lap hards, and now he's going to have to pit as well, so that's going to change his strategy. We're going to see a lot of guys coming into the pits. What has happened with the Alpine? We've not seen this much this season. 2 teammates going at it, and 2 teammates actually hitting each other as well. So that could be catastrophe in Division 3, and could be a real big hit on the overalls as well. But we've got Sonny Bray in here earlier on. I had a DNF, lost it, and people are still going on about safety car, but it's reduced. So, Sonny Bray, obviously, but unfortunate with connection issues. You made it through to Q3. Didn't make it long in the race, unfortunately, in Baku. Did make it, obviously, in Division 4, so you've had the practice. But, yeah, what happened?
Sorry, my incident is very important, actually. The Alpine incident is very important, shaking up the whole entire grid. It was actually the Alpine leading the race actually hit the inside barrier and spun around.
Oh, okay.
Just by itself. By itself. There was no contact. Yep.
In this incident that we've got on the safety car?
Yep, I was watching it from my point of view. I haven't left the lobby yet, and I was just sitting on my phone watching the Twitch stream, and I look up, and the Alpine has hit the wall and gone backwards.
Interesting.
I know. I haven't
seen anything yet, so yeah.
Oh, I wish I clipped it.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything. We haven't been shown it, so yeah, I haven't seen anything. We're on lap 7, so yeah, going to be very interesting to see what's happened here. But we are continuing racing. I haven't been asked to call a red flag. I don't really know what's happened. We did see, obviously, the two Alpines come together and then cause a big car park with a few tenths.
Yes, very big.
So, yeah, that will obviously be looked at, I'm sure, but I haven't heard anything yet. Yeah. But let's go backwards and let's hear about what happened with you. Obviously, turn 1, I think you hit the wall, my friend.
Yes, so it goes actually back to, I believe it was lap 2 going into turn 3. I've actually clipped the outside wall, missed my braking zone. I broke early, let off the brake and hit the brakes later than I should have. And I've lost my front right wing. This is important because going into turn 1, I've lost my braking performance and I've just gone straight towards the barrier. It was a very slow accident, but because I was missing my right front wing, it just ate my wheel.
Unfortunate. And obviously unfortunate for McLaren. No points, obviously, with Hennessy and Dutch out tonight, probably at the same party as we've seen every single Division 3 driver maybe at the same party, but we'll have to wait and see. So, bit unfortunate. Obviously, done and dusted now. You finished Division 4. You've had a go tonight in Division 3. Obviously, Canada next week. How you feeling around that track?
Well, if Quicksilver wasn't around, then probably for the win. But Canada usually has been my strong suit. But in this game, for some reason, just with the tyre wear and the overheating issues, it's been a big struggle. You'll find that, especially in the last round, Baku Div 4, where you caught up a lot of time to me due to not only the wing damage I sustained, but I overheated the rear tyres too much. It's something I struggle with. So we'll see what happens in Canada.
Yeah, it was nice like that actually. Couldn't lose you though. Couldn't get you out of that DRS, which was for a while. Until
I ate the barrier.
Yeah. Blame Muzz. I actually had front wing damage from that 14 to the end of the race, so yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to push through to catch you, and then it just ended in the wall. Well, not in the wall, but I had no front wing on the last lap.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. We've got the safety car coming in. I'm going to see if Daniel's got any questions for you. But yeah, unfortunate tonight. But thanks for jumping in as always. And over to you, Daniel, if you've got any questions for Sonny Bray.
SJ's asked all the questions that I was going to ask, but really unfortunate, Sonny Bray. But we'll see you in Canada next week and see what you can do there.
Yeah, you guys better get back to commentating. The race is about to resume.
Yeah, cheers, Sonny. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks for jumping in.
Awesome. See ya. Bye.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to let you take this one away. We are getting underway. Calco is going to lead this safety car. And obviously, we have seen here that Slushy has decided to stay out on those 7-lap mediums. So, over to you. Here we go.
Yes, here we go. Literally go as we're going back racing here from Baku. It's a really good start. Tyler looking to the inside as we go. So for P5, Naya and the Ashen of Cristiano Ronaldo looking for that P number 5 as the Ashen locks up and goes into the runoff area. Is he in the barriers? I think he did get into the barriers there and went wide as Calco, very good restart. As the battle for P2 continues between Tyler and Slash. Slash stayed out under that safety car. Wow, I'm shocked. So Tyler on those fresher the tyres looking very racy on the back of Slash. So let's see what he can do. But at the moment, Calco running away. The gap is 1.5 seconds. But let's see what Slash can do. If he can try to defend, if he can make that Red Bull as wide as this castle section. But let's see what happens through castle. Something happened towards the back.
Yeah,
because I heard SJ.
Monster's lost it, and he had a bit of an incident there, and he's dropped down into P18. Back to you.
Yes, Calco just managed to get that gap beyond 2 seconds. 2.3 seconds is the now margin between first and second. Tyler looking very racy this afternoon here from John, looking to steal P2 from Mr. Slash. Let's see what he can do on the back of Slash, gaining his V-Card buddy. Naya is going to go down the inside of him. Naya is going to steal P2 from Tyler. Here comes Eshe down the inside, but here comes Tyler. Can they make it 3-1? As Naya is looking to go up to P2, Tyler is going to follow him through. V-Cub up to second and third, Eshe.
Kick, not V-Cub.
Did I say V-Cub? Did I say V-Cub?
Yeah,
I meant Sauber. Sauber.
Wrong car. Slushy's really struggling, obviously, on those mediums, and he has been absolutely stampeded there by the two green cars of the two Kickstarters of Nye and Tyler, and that is really causing him problems. That may help him in the later stages if there is a safety car, because he will be on very, very fresh tyres, but he is being a bit of a boat at the moment, and he's causing problems. And the problem is, when you're a boat in these areas, you've got to be so careful, because the car in front is going to be a lot slower, and his rears are really going to be hurting as well. So he is really holding these guys up, and that has just pushed Kelco to a 3.4 second gap lead now, which is a big lead to have on lap 10 out of 26. And as you can see at the moment, we've got Murray and Rise going at it, as Rise goes around the outside, getting so close. There's some very, very quick racing going on here, and mistakes very easy to make, but Slushy is still holding on to that P4 position at the moment, and he's lost the rears there coming out, and this is going to be the question now. Can he be able to hold the car through the left hand and the right hander? Byron's getting very, very close, doesn't know where to go, which side to move on, hits the wall as well. That then brings Karubi into it now. Tyler and Naya have decided to change positions. Slushy's holding on. He's still continuing on those 9-lap mediums. You can see Brian trying to get the move done. Moves over to the left-hand side. Gets the job done. Will Slushy be able to go round? No, he doesn't. And then Karubi gets the move done as well. And Karubi's in to the P5 position. And Daz has gone round. And drama's happened there. And Daz has dropped down into P18. So we're seeing a lot of mistakes from some of these guys making, especially from Daz there in the Ferrari. Rise up into P9, having a fantastic drive. Nishka getting the job done as Rise drops down to P10. We've got yellows at the back there for Daz, who's gone round again. And looks like he's got severe damage to that Ferrari. It looks like on the front right-hand side. Back up to the front. Calco has pulled a 4.5 second lead. Absolute scenes here. Question is, will he make a mistake like he did early in quali in the castle? Don't do that, because that is not what you want to do. Naya and Tyler doing a fantastic job. They're 1.7 to Brian. Slushy's only dropped down into P6, so he's doing pretty well still. But now he's got Murray Nabs and Jazzy Draught. And Jazzy Draught, from where he was at the start of this race to where he is now, is a fantastic job. Nishka, unfortunately, the strategy really did hurt him. Brian has not been able to make any way through, unfortunately, this race, having that spin earlier on down there in P17. And then we've got the biggest... Brett is out of this race! Even worse, ladies and gentlemen, I have just witnessed a driver completely miss the corner and into the wall. And does that bring out a safety car? Yes, it does. And the championship leader, Daniel, is out of Baku. No points for the championship leader. Scenes here.
I am shocked as you are, SJ. Championship leader no more, as Bread has crashed, as Slash and Karubi are going to take advantage of this safety car. Slash with a pretty smart idea. Stay out, and the second safety car will appear.
We've got overtaking in the pit lane. There's a rule breach coming
What?
in already. What is going on? People are losing their marbles tonight. Lap 12, rule breach. Overtaking in the pit lane.
Oh, so that's a rule breach.
Yep.
Oh no, that is not good
Oh
for
my days.
whoever took in the pit lane.
The other Alpine driver, and it looked like the Ferrari. They were going side by side, so we'll have to wait and see how that's going to be. I don't know what is going on
Oh,
tonight,
dear.
but yeah, I'm reading the comments. Are Alpine cooking something burnt tonight? Because they have not had the night tonight. After a very, very good performance with Bread in very consistently all season in Division 3. A big retirement for the championship leader. Now, Brian is 19 points behind Bread going into this race. Now, that could spice massively up here going into Canada next week. And Brian at the moment is in P8. So he is going to gain some significant amount of points. And at the moment, Alpine are scoring 1 point in this race, Daniel.
Yeah, very unlucky for Alpine. But Brian looking very good. You said Brian was 19 points adrift off Bread, right?
Brian.
He needs to. Yeah, I thought so. Brian needs to finish third or better to be able to take the championship lead. I believe that's the stipulations here. Let's see off this safety race if he can somehow manage to jump both Saubers. I doubt that, SJ. So, very chaotic race so far. The saying is safety breeds safety car, SJ. So, I'm wondering if we're going to see a third safety car.
Yep, that's going to be the question. You're cutting out again a little bit, but yeah, just to clarify that. Brion, CN114P is Division 4 driver. Brian in P8 is the one that needs to catch Bread. He is in P2 in the championship lead at the moment. And obviously Hennessy is up there as well. And obviously with no points tonight and obviously not racing, it's going to be very interesting going into next week, because Bread is not going to capitalise on this race at all. So we'll have to wait and see here. But we've got this race has got so much drama. Could we see a massive performance from the Kick Sauber? And Calco will be spewing. Nearly 5 seconds out in front, having an absolute fantastic night. And now has got to do it all again, which another safety car. Everyone from P9 is all on fresh tyres. Rise on the mediums, Daz on the mediums, Ferrari trying to do something which I don't think is going to work. Personally, I think it's going to be absolute drama there for them. I think they may even have to stop again. But Monster, Tazio, Albachet, Karubi, Nishka and Moe and Slushy will all be able to go to the end of this race. Brian, Cruz, Rodjet, Jazzy Draw, Breon, Tyler, Naya and Calco will struggle at the end of this race. We may be able to see them go to the end, but we'll have to wait and see. Got a few comments coming into the chat as well. We'll just, here we've got to say here. We've got Sonny Bray, which looks like he's Ted Kravitz tonight. Here we go. So we've got Aston overtakes the Ferrari, leaving the castle section, going in to the heavy braking zone for the last left-hander on sector 2. The Ferrari jumps the curb into the wall, almost hitting the Aston Martin of Chris. The Alpine takes avoiding action and hitting the wall. There we go. So a little bit of drama in front. That's the reasons why the Alpine DNF'd. So, yeah. Bit of information there, which is really, really good to see. Not hearing any rain at the moment. Daniel, I'm going to let you take this one away. Hopefully we've got the old clearance of your mic and not going to be cutting out on the safety car restart. So I'll let you take this one away.
Yes, thank you very much, SJ. Let's hope my mic does safety car restart. But I think it just did. But anyway, as Calco is weaving back and forth to throw off SJ as we overtake Caribbean Rise. That's going to be a thing we're going to look at as Calco go back underway from the Jean. Very good Everyone looking to be nice and calm down. But no, Jazzy Draw sends it down the inside of Brian and gets P number 4. As we look further back, everyone has had a clean start, a little bit of checking up, but otherwise very good restart by Calco. Let's see if both the Saubers can follow the V-carb of Calco. But as we go a bit of overtaking towards the rear, there's a yellow flag out. There's a but alright, it's either that or be stacking up there. A Slushy jumps Cruz on those fresh hard tyres. Let's see how many positions Slushy can get before the end of this race. But both Saubers looking very good at the moment, as Calco is going to extend that lead out by 1.3 seconds off this safety car restart. SJ.
Yeah, he's got some serious pace tonight, Calco, on this race. He's extended that gap again to 1.4, as you just said. The 2 kicks as well, doing a fantastic job in P2 and P3. Great job from Naira as well, jumping up tonight and really showing what he's capable of. And obviously, probably due to a few incidents that's happened in front, he's capitalised on that. So he's having a very, very good race out there. And so's Tyler as well, having a fantastic night. We've got Karubi down there in P9, just not been able to get up to the top there. Slushy looking ready to pounce on Brian, and he looks like he's really trying to fight and get some positions back. Abhishek dropping further down there into P14 as well, so things are going up and down all over the place for a few drivers. But Slushy getting the move done on Brian up into P7.
There's a car in the wall!
And Monster
car in the wall!
Around. What has happened there? Another bit of drama up behind. And it looks like Monster has gone into the wall. Murray Nabs looks like, don't say he's just hit his teammate. Murray's now retired. We're now down to 15, so everyone's going to score points now. And both Williams out of this race as well. So Dino will not be happy. And no safety car. And really unfortunately here, absolute drama here at Baku we're seeing tonight. And this race is still a long way to go yet. And we are still seeing a lot of action here. Cruz and Tazio coming into the pits and now coming out of the pits as well. And looks like it's going to be between Tazio and Cruz for that last point. Well, we're both going to get points, but who's going to get more? Alpine could be only finishing with 1 point in this race. Really much to say tonight regarding that, but Calco doing a fantastic job, 2.1 seconds out in front at the moment. Can anything else happen in this race tonight, Daniel?
I don't know, that's the question, but I have it clipped. I had the incident clip between the Williams and the Red Bull. It was Albashek. Albashek spun the Williams into the wall after Tazio hits the wall and lost his front wing. His entire front wing was gone, and everyone was checking up, and then Tazio got spun, not Tazio, I believe it was Monster. Monster got spun by Albashek, so that's what happened between those two cars, SJ.
Yeah, well, we've got an on-board of Jazzy Draw. He's had to change directions there. The 2 kicks getting in the way, and we're going to jump on board of Jazzy Draw as he's in a big kick battle going on here. In P4, Brian behind in P5, Aston Martin in P6. Great jobs by some of these teams tonight. You got the 2 kicks in P2, P3. You got Jazzy Draw in P4. His teammate leading the race in P1. The 2 Astons in P5 and P6. You got the 2 Mercedes in P6. 8 and 10. Oh no! Well, Jets hit the back of Jazzy Draw up there, and Jazzy Draw's lost it. Coming out of the corner, and I think Slushy's gone straight into the side of him, and he's lost the front right plate. More drama, and we've only got 10 laps to go. What else is going to happen in this race? I think we've only got 1 more safety car to happen, and it's all going wrong for some of these guys. They're just losing the rears, they're losing control. It's just, I don't know, it's just a lot that's happening, really unfortunate. And Jazzy Draw was doing an absolutely fantastic job there, just lost the rears. And that meant when Slushy came around the corner, could not avoid that and hit into the side of Jazzy. Jazzy now is nearly 9/10 back from Slushy there, just trying to stay within the DRS. Slushy's going to have a little bit of difficulty trying to turn that car now, but the 2 Astons in P4 and P5 and the 2 kicks in P2 and P3. What a night for Aston and Kick.
Yes, absolutely. Fantastic night the thing is, we got a P2 battle here between Tyler and his teammate Eshe, as Tyler is looking to go through on Eshe. And the same thing is going to go on Cristiano. But guess who's lurking in the shadows? Slushy. Slushy's looking to contribute. Down the inside of Brian. And will he get the position locked down, sent, posted in the mail? Answer is going to be a yes. Slushy down the inside of Brian for P5. Let's see if he can jump Brian's teammate of Cristiano. Going it down this DRS zone. Gaining. Will he put one down the inside? Is a no. But just as you say, the Aston's having a good night. Slushy comes in and ruins the moment, SJ.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to. It's going to be a real tough ask to catch the kicks there. We're going to have a look at the situation there between the deficit there, 6 seconds between him and Calco, 6.1 seconds at the moment. Really going to start to struggle through some of those corners as well with that no front left side. So we'll have to wait and see here. Your mic yet again's cutting out. I don't know what's going on with your mic, which is a bit unfortunate. We've got a lot of comments coming in. You can't be on board if you're not racing, unfortunately, so that's a very, very silly question. We've then got another yellow. What's happened there? We've got Rise round. Rise has now lost it. Ferrari are having a meltdown. Oh my days, what's happening? They're all going to score points, but not the best nights for some of these guys. You've got Brian and Nishka. They're just staying in on those hards and just trying to finish points there. Looks like Nishka, does he have a bit of damage to that front wing? Let's have a look. Yeah, he does on the front right-hand side. So everyone is having a meltdown apparently tonight, what Sunny Bay is saying, and I may have to agree, but tell you who's not having a meltdown, the two kicks. Oh, Albashek has gone off into the runoff area. Oh, more drama here. Jazzy Jorts into the pits now, getting off onto those hards. Absolute scenes here for Division 3. And Albashek is, well, he is going to get 1 point, looks like, in this race. Not the night for him compared to how he has been the last few weeks. So really unfortunate there. Back up to the front. Tyler Mandavy and Naya Eshe, P2, P3. But Slushy will not leave them alone. He is really pushing, and he's bringing the Aston Martins into this now. And well, we can have a nice little battle. And this is for podiums. Calco's gone, Daniel. Naya and Tyler are fighting for these for P2 and P3. We could have a fantastic battle between P6 and P2 here. And if we're not careful, we could see Nishka and Karubi get into this as well across the stages.
Yes, the thing is, the more Naya Eshe and Tyler Mandavy and Slushy battle, Slushy taps the wall. As I was going to say, the more they fight, the further Calco's going to go. So let's see what the gap is when this race comes to a close. Eshe.
Yeah, Slushy looks like he's going to get the DRS on Tyler. He's just about to get very, very close. But can Tyler get the DRS on his teammate? He does have it, so that will help him. But Slushy's got some serious speed down that main straight. You can see he's getting closer and closer. Will he engage a move going into turn 1? He moves to the right, left, sorry. Doesn't make the move, stays within formation and stays in behind and goes again. But he's got Wogjet and Brian very, very close as well. So will we see a move? And we've also got to take into account of the tyres as well, because Nishka's getting very close to the back of Brian, and Nishka is flying. He's only on 7 lap hard, so keep an eye out for Nishka there as Albashek gets a 10-second for crossing the white line. Not the night for Albashek here tonight, and he's going on to the softs to get the fastest lap to get that extra point as well, but not the night for the Red Bull driver there. We're going to jump on board with Nishka actually. Just going to see how quick he can catch up to Aston. And as the Aston is really struggling, 12 lap hards, and I reckon Nishka will get the job done on the Aston Martin here. He's got a lot fresher tyres, and he is really struggling, Brian. As you can see it, he's having to go a little bit slower through the castle there as Nishka has to be very careful. Nishka is ready to pounce and make the move here. Does he get the move done before the corner into sector 3? No, he's going to stay behind him and Brian pulls away a little bit for the time being. Nishka has to be very careful though because of the turning with that front wing damage, and I think Brian may have front wing damage as well on that left-hand side, and you can see he is really struggling, going very slow into the left hand and the right hand, and now he's pulling away a little bit. What can Nishka do here? Look at that, Brian's got some serious pace when he gets on an exit, but here comes Nishka. What's it going to be? Want to get the move done here, he will not want to mess around. He'll get in the move, engage any ERS, yes he does, there we go, Nishka on the left, Brian on the right, and Nishka out in front into P6. Good job there from Nishka. Now he will jump back on to Wojciech. 1.2 seconds down the road, Daniel.
Yes, a very good move by Nishka in that Mercedes. Now with these people battling it out for the last podiums, that's going to allow Nishka to comfortably gain without even having to burn up his tyres, SJ. So he's going to be absolutely thrilled about that. So let's see if Nishka can jump Cristiano and then get with the podium battle. Let's see.
I don't know how this race is going to end. I think there's going to be a lot of penalties, a lot of steward reports coming involved in this race. We'll have to wait and see. So this race is not going to finish how it's going to finish. Aaron Brian in Wojciech are really struggling in those Aston Martins. Oh, as you can see, the kicks are struggling. The rears are really starting to go on those hards. And the question is, can Slushy capitalise on that? No, he has that damage, but he has those fresher tyres. Same as Nishka. So these guys could be up for a podium. If these guys make a mistake in some of these corners, they can capitalise on it. Problem is, though, they have damage. Both cars do have damage, but they are on 8-lap hards. And by the end, these guys are going to be on very old tyres. So they're really going to struggle with those rears. And if they make one mistake, those guys will be able to get through and then be able to try and catch up to the leader of Calco, but he does have that 5.4 second lead at the moment. We'll have to wait and see, as we're all seeing a lot of cars coming down the main straight with the DRS as well. Can the kicks do anything? Can they help each other? They're deciding to make a decision here to change it up a little bit as Tyler goes out in front. The kicks blocking one off. Slushy doesn't get the move past, but look at this. Wojciech looks like he's going to make the move and try and get the move done on Slushy. Does he get the move done? No, they're going to go side by side. There's a lot of battling going on. Slushy's going side by side. Nishka is just waiting in the wings, looking for a move. Are we going to see 3 wide? No, we're not. Yes, we are. Nishka goes off. Oh, he nearly goes. And he goes off into the runoff area. He gets it all wrong. He moves over to the left, and then he goes off into the runoff area. Now he's going to lose so many positions. Now he could even lose out to another one. He gets out of the way. Jazzy Draw gets through, and now he's off. Absolute scenes here. I cannot believe what we've seen. Now we've seen Karubi up in a P6, and he's now catching onto the back of Brian. Slushy. What is happening in this race? So much drama, and there's still 5 laps to go.
Yeah, boys, calm it down. 5 laps to go. They're racing like... The thing is here, SJ, Calco gapped. He's taken him to Gapplebee's. It's 6 seconds to gap. They're going to keep fighting. That gap, I reckon that gap is going to finish well over 10 seconds by the end of this race, SJ.
Yeah, I will. I'll check my DMs at the end of this race. We've got yellows at the back. What's happening here? Someone's gone around. Someone's gone off. More drama here at Baku. This has not been the night for Division 3 tonight. They've really struggled. The rears are struggling. The guys are making mistakes. We've got penalties. We've got rear people losing it. We've got a lot going on here. The kicks are still leading the way in P2 and P3. My voice is getting croaky and I'm starting to probably lose it in the closing stages, but what action we've had here. So much drama. There's so much more drama still to happen within this top 6, maybe even top 7, because now Brian has been jumped by Karubi. Karubi's now on the back of Slushy. Wojciech looks like ready to make a move on the kick. Gets the move done. No, he stays in behind. Not going to go for the move. Slushy's dropped down into P5. He's on 5-lap fresher tyres than these guys in front. All he needs to do is stay behind and wait for the mistakes to happen and capitalise. Just finish the race. Your teammate tonight has had a shocker. He's down there in P15. He looks like he's going to try and get the job done on, or even, well, he's miles behind it. He won't get the job done on anyone because he's got Mishka in front, who's in P11, and he'll be really frustrated with his race as well with that mistake earlier on. Back up to the front though, Slushy's getting closer, Aston are getting closer. Karubi now looks like one to watch out for. He's on the same amount of tyres as Slushy. Are we going to see any more mistakes with these guys? The Kicks tyres are old, the Aston's tyres are old, and Brian's tyres are old. I just don't know what's going to happen. It's still a long way to go. There's still 4 laps to go in this race, and anything can change. And we are really starting to see some of these guys struggle on these tyres.
Yes, if you look at Naya Eshe's right wing, he's missing his end plate. I watched it. He got a bit of wheel spin coming off turn 2 and slammed into it. So that's going to be very good for Cristiano Ronaldo, as he's looking for the move on Naya. Looking to go round the outside, sending him the long way around. Done. There's going to be a bold move. He can complete it. The answer is going to be a no. He gets a bit of wheel spin. That's going to allow Slushy to maybe send it round the outside. Can he get it done? Bit of contact. Bit of wall contact. But here comes Slushy. Can Slushy send it down the inside of my main man, Cristiano Ronaldo? Oh, he backs off. Move.
Ooh, so many people are smacking into the walls. And just looking on board with Karubi, he's having a few smacking into the walls as well. And that front right side's gone. I think the top 5 have all lost their front wing, or a part of it. I'm looking on board with Tyler. Tyler coming through now. Front left. Naya, front right. Wogjet. Let's have a look, Wogjet. What's Wogjet got? Coming into Castle. We've got Tazio getting the move done on Cruz. So he's trying to get back into it. Now he smacks into the Castle section. A lot of guys smacking into these walls. Really struggling. And let's have a look. I'm trying to keep on board here. Yeah, Wogjet's actually got both sides. So Slushy is missing the front right. Karubi is missing... The views are so rubbish sometimes. Karubi's missing the front right. Brian is missing the front left. Daz is now coming into this. Where has Daz come from? This is that. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen here. He's got 3 laps to go. Now Daz is joining the party. This is just... Oh, I don't know what's going on. There's just so much going on. Naya has lost a little bit of time to Tyler, so he's trying to do the defending work there. Wogjet looks to make the move into P3. Naya's going to hold on to that position. They're going to go side by side. A little bit of a mistake there. Slushy's going to capitalise on that or not. Let's have a look. He's right behind and he has to stay behind. There's no moves that these guys can make. The only move that they can make, Naya can make on... Wogjet there, but Naya's gone very wide, now dropped down into P5. Naya has now lost loads of positions onto P17 laps on those hards. Karubi gets into the wall, Naya makes another mistake. Wogjet now into P3, Slushy into P4. This could be massive points for Slushy. Can he get the job done on Wogjet? He's still on 12 laps compared to 17 laps on the front 3. And then also Naya on 17 laps as well, as Karubi tries to get the move done on Naya, but he just cannot get the move done anywhere possible to get the move done there. None. 24 laps. We've got one more lap to go. I'll let you take that one away and I'll take the finale, because I reckon this finale is going to be very interesting. Question is, can Wogjet get Tyler? 1.2, 17, 17. Brian gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That pushes himself out of the top 7 and top 8, as Jazzy Draw will nick that position, and maybe Brian as well. So big opportunity for Brian to get onto the points as well, but I don't think he will, because he's 2.4 seconds back up to the front. We've then got Slushy is losing the DRS to Wogjet. That is not what you want to do. Is he going to be able to get it? We're going to jump on board and have a look. 27% to 1.2. Oh, he's not got it. More drama here on the final stages. Back to you on the last lap before the final lap. So over to you, Daniel.
Yes, as we got P5 battle here between Naya Eshe and seems to be Karubi. Karubi looking very racy towards the end of this race. Fresher tires than Naya, and looking to gain on Slash. Can he gain Slash with 2 laps to go? Now we got a bit of a battle, bit of a DRS train for P5, 6, and onwards. as Brian gets passed by Jazzy Draw. Back up to the front now, where Cristiano has gained on Tyler 6/10. Just as long as Cristiano holds on to this time, doesn't lose it throughout this second sector, he's got P2 locked in and locked down. But Slushy back there, looking very good as well. Let's see if he can somehow manage to his way into the podium spot. But very, very close to the wall was Cristiano. He loses a bit of time, but gains it back again, thanks to the ERS. But back down to the DRS train, P6, 7, and 8. Let's see what happens between that DRS train. We got a new one forming between the top 5 cars. Let's see what happens going on to this final lap, which I'll hand it over to you, Hester. But let's see what happens going down the main straight. Can Cristiano to get his way up to P2? Let's find out with SJ. SJ, back over to you.
Thank you very much. What a night we've had tonight. It's been absolutely action-packed. There's been mistakes, there's been drama. We've had the biggest one with the Alpine and also the championship leader out of this race. Calco has led from most of this race, but Slushy's got the top
two on the wall! The top two on the wall! The top two on the wall!
Have gone round and they're into the wall and they've dropped down into P7 and P8. Tyler down into P9. Watch it. 10 seconds for penalty. Slushy now into P2. Absolute scenes here. I've completely missed it. Then Daz is into P4 with a massive opportunity to get Karubi for the P3. What a drive. What has happened tonight? It's been swings and swings and roundabouts. It's been like a domino effect from people from starting from the back. They've made their way up to the top. And I don't know what we're seeing tonight. It's been absolute scenes. 4.5 seconds between Karubi and Slushy. So those guys have pulled away. They just need to finish now. But can Daz get Karubi? That's going to be a question. No, he can't because he's gone wide. He's lost it. And then he's heading to the side of the kick. Oh my days. And the kick's gone into the wall. Oh my God. What is going on here? We've got closing stages and the kick's got no front wing. And if he's not careful, he's not going to finish the race because he's not going to be able to turn. We got Jazzy Draught now into P4. I don't know where to look. This is going to be a finale here. Jazzy Draught, can he get Karubi? He's had a night to remember as well, from where he was to where he is now. But first of all, we've got Calco coming round the last couple of corners. What a night for him. What a night for VCAB. VCAB could be on the podium twice tonight. Calco swerving down the road. Knows what he's done. Absolute fantastic job. And he wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Slushy finishes in P2. What a result from him. Karubi has got Jazzy Draw, and Jazzy Draw is going to get into the line. Oh my God, what have we seen tonight? Absolute scenes here. And VCAB, P1 and P3. I don't know if you could have called it tonight. My voice is absolutely shot. We get these guys in for an interview as well, and oh my days, who is going to get driver of the day? Let's have a look. It looks like it's going to be Daz. We're going to get Daz in for an interview as well, because Daz is going to get driver of the day, and well deserved for Daz. Oh my God, absolute scenes here tonight. Div3, pardon me, just burped as well. Cruise into P14, and he's going to finish the race. Albashek finishes in P15, gets the last point. Who gets the fastest lap as well? Will be Albashek, so we'll get the extra 2 points, and that finishes off. Oh, I hope I've lost my voice, but oh, Daniel, we'll talk about a summary in a second, but I'm sure the stewards and the reports are going to be going in on this race, and this division sometimes does not have the cleanest of driving, but they have some fierce battles going on, and these guys do not make it easy for each other. And well, I've got to say there was a lot of drama out there tonight, but the guys that got on the podium, what a drive from them. And well deserved, and obviously we'll have to wait and see what happens. But VCAB, absolute fantastic performance tonight. P1 and P3 compared to where they were. So race winner is Calco. Fastest lap goes to Abhishek. Thank you very much for communicating online services. Daz getting driver of the day. Karuba getting most overtakes. Cleanest driver going to Nia Ashay as well. There you go. P1 is Calco. Slushy P2. Jazzy Door are your top three. Then Karuba, Daz, Nia, Tyler, Brian finishing P8. Then Brian, the other Brian, finishing P9. Cristiano, known as Wogjet, in P10. Nishka in P11. Tazio in P12. Ryzen P13. Cruz P14. Abhishek P15. Murray and Monster, Bread, Sunny Bray, unfortunately out of the race. Daniel, what was your thoughts of tonight's race, my friend?
My two thoughts have to be the final lap in qualifying, especially in Q3. That mistake from what was it? Was it one of the V carbs? I believe. But the final lap was incredible. Cristiano and Tyler fortunately coming to blows in turn one, and then the whole race was just crazy. SJ, that's just my thoughts. Crazy.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. And we are going to get these interviews on in a second. I'm just waiting for Daz to jump in. Daz, to jump in, please. Right, and then we'll get these guys underway. But yeah, a lot of comments coming in as well, which is very interesting to see. There's been a lot happening tonight, and we are going to hear from the drivers to hear what they've got to say. So, Daz, when you're ready, mate, jump in. Let's have a quick interview for Driver of the Day. If not, we will move on. Underway, and I think that's everyone in, if I'm right or wrong. Yes, it is. So I will let you take this one away. First interview for Driver of the Day for Daz. Over to you, Daniel.
Well, Daz, one question for you. Where the heck did you come from, mate? You were down towards the rear of the field and magically, just magic, you've popped up the P4, mate. Well done.
Is it P4 or P5?
I think it was P5 because of that mistake. But my main question is, well, how the heck did you get in that position?
Look, you've got quick drivers who are very impatient. They're going to crash. You just sit there and you lap up at the end of the day. So I made up those positions not because I overtook anybody, but just mainly because of all the accidents that we had. So I was able to make a few positions on pit stops. That's pretty much where I think I got most of my positions came from.
Yeah, well done, Daz. Fantastic stuff in the race. One more question before I hand you back to SJ. Who would you like to thank at the end of this race? Do you have any thank yous, and who for?
I don't know. Who do I want to thank? Well, I don't know. I don't have anybody
Lord
to thank.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, well done, Daz.
Thank
I'll
you.
hand you over to SJ. But well done on P5 magically somehow. SJ, over to you, mate.
Thanks, Daniel. As you could probably tell, Daz, my voice is probably pretty sharp today. You guys have given me one hell of a race tonight, and obviously the fans and everyone has just tuned in. Let's start from the get-go. Let's start from the beginning. Unfortunately, qualifying didn't go to plan. We see you go out very early on. Can you give us a little bit of a heads up what happened in quali? Did you feel you just didn't have the pace for one lap pace, or like just so that was wrong? Like, what happened?
Quali is just, I don't know. I haven't been able to put a quali together for a while now. I just can't seem to get a single lap together. But I somehow managed to put it through. I've got better race space, I think. It's just because, yeah. But I just managed to get back in the race, and I'm happy with that, I think. I mean, and more often than not, you start at the back, you tend to make up a few positions with all the crashes and everything that happens. So, yeah.
And you're right. Sometimes you just got to just wait and wait for people to make mistakes, and then you capitalize on it. And we saw a lot of that tonight. We saw a lot of guys making mistakes, the rears being very difficult. You obviously decided to change your strategy and go onto those mediums, and safety car obviously unbalanced a lot of things, and some big surprises tonight. We saw obviously both. Obviously, Alpines come together, which obviously we looked at, I'm sure, by the stewards. We saw obviously the championship leader out of this race. So a lot was going on. So what was your plan when you were getting into that last 10 laps? Did you think you could score big points? Obviously, there was no really big penalties in front, just a lot of guys on older tyres.
Yeah, yeah, I think it was just a little bit 10 laps to go. I think I was 9 or 10, and I just said, you know what, I'm happy with this. I've made up 8 positions. Happy. I'll try and just save my mediums all the way through. I ended up with 80% on the rights and 70% on the lefts. So that's how old my mediums were. And I just I'm not bidding. I'll just go through. If I get past, I get past. I'll just, yeah. And then we ended up having a few crashes on the penultimate lap. I think there was after turn 1. I think there were a couple of them there. So ended up getting fourth, and I'm going, oh yeah, geez, I didn't expect that. So I'll take it though. It was a good race. I didn't think when I had a broken wing in the beginning, I didn't think I was gonna get anywhere. But to come back fifth, I'll take it anytime. And thanks again. It was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, Lamb will be pretty stoked with obviously that. Going into next week, Canada is a track which we've heard issues with track limits. I think it's a track that has
Yes.
track limit issues anyway, especially turn 2 and turn 3 coming down in the grass area. How are you feeling about that? And you going to keep it out the Wall of Champions?
I reckon if I follow the same strategy like I did today, just be patient, stay out of trouble, try not to get too many pens. I should be okay. I think I should be able to finish mid-pack, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Well, you never know. Things could change even
Yeah,
more
true.
in this race, and you could finish higher up the pecking order with some of the incidents that have happened tonight. So we'll have to wait and see what the order is going to finish, because I'm sure that this order is not going to finish the way it's finished. I'm sure it's going to change in a heartbeat. So we'll have to wait and see what that order looks like. But congratulations on Driver of the Day and for finishing
Thank you.
P5. Great performance. Have a great week, and we'll see you in
too.
Canada.
Thanks, mate. We'll do. Cheers. Have a good one.
You too, man. Take care. All right, moving on to P3. Over to you, Daniel, for Jazzy Draw in the V Cup.
Yes, Jazzy Draw, well done on the podium, mate. Just want to say you got what seems to be Karubi right at the line. Were you expecting to get him, or what were your thoughts there?
Yeah. I was expecting to get him towards the end because I had about 50% on my battery, and with the tow and the DRS, I thought if I didn't get him, I couldn't imagine where I wouldn't have. But I knew it was going to be close. And yeah, it was a good race. Get him on the line and get a podium felt good.
Yes, well done there, mate. I have no further questions, but well done. Well done on the podium from out of nowhere. But SJ, I'll hand it over to you for our P3 finisher.
Oh, Jazzy, I think Symphonic can probably thank me for this one, because I messaged you and I said, "Are you racing?" And you were like, "Yeah, why not?" And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
we see you in the VCAT. So Symphonic, mate, if you are listening, I'd like a box of beers, mate. No, to be honest with you, I could go on for ages, but we can't go on for ages because it's a late night and you guys are probably tired. But what a night, just up and down, all over the place. And I think probably from the get go, you probably thought I was out of this. The start. Can you take us through the start, because there was a big situation in lap 1.
Yeah, lap 1, got a good start off the line. I think I started 5th or 4th, so I went up. I was in 4th, so I took and got in front of whoever was in 3rd, and then whoever was behind me tried to squeeze. Probably, should have held back. They should have held back because three wide into turn one's never a good idea. But yeah, we just all locked, and I couldn't go anywhere. I was accelerating, I was braking, I was turning, I was stuck there. So the game physics just had me locked in, and when I finally got released from that, I was last, dead last. So from there, I'm like, oh, this is going to be an uphill battle. But the game plan, I was on the call with Calco, and it's just like people are going to take themselves out. Just be patient. And I thought to myself, unless I can cleanly overtake before the breaking point, I was just going to hang back because there's no point trying to ride into these 90 degrees. It's so so likely that you're going to have a crash. So that's what I did. But then I had to lock up the brakes at one point. I felt like the kicks there braked a bit early, so I had to slam on the brakes and locked up and went a bit sideways and lost a few positions. But after that, I had no pace. So I decided to pit. Calco actually told me that I should probably pit. Pitted in P7 at that point. And then, just finally made my way back up and was battling. And then the last, could have been the last lap. I think I went from P7 or P8 all the way up to P3. So once again, a couple of crashes ahead. Then just did what I did on the line, and it was a fun but exciting and very nerve-wracking race.
Yeah, I think you've got to be like a golden ticket for a reserve driver at the moment, because every time you seem to reserve, you seem to score very, very good points and get on the podium. So you've done it for Williams, you've done it for VCAB. Like, I don't know who you're going to reserve for next. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'll be very interesting to see. But yeah, obviously, props to you, mate. You never give up, and I love to see that in drivers. You know, not just pitting and quitting and saying, "I'll call it a night," because we've seen that a few times. Wasn't the best of starts, to be honest. Obviously, you had a really good quality, and then you dropped all the way down. Looked like you'd locked wheels with the car. I don't know much about it. Then the Alpines obviously had that incident, which I'm sure is going to be the biggest talking point of tonight. And then finishing in P3, and people making mistakes, and obviously tonight, from what we were seeing in the comms box between me and Daniel, was a lot of driver errors, a lot of guys hitting the walls, losing their front plates, running off in the runoff areas, and when that happens, you just capitalize on it, and that's what it has to be.
Yeah.
So phenomenal job, mate, as a reserve driver once again. Next week, if you are on the grid, whoever that's going to be, I'm sure that the Williams of Dido and VCAB and Symphonic will definitely want to grab you again. Canada, how are you feeling? Is it a track that you like? Is it a track you don't like?
It's okay track. It's not my favorite. It's not, my worst track. So probably one of those mid tracks that, when they come up, I'll do it. But I probably wouldn't, do that in my spare time.
Okay.
But fun track. I'll see if I can reserve. Always, like I've said previously, I enjoy the league and the racing here. So,
Well, top job, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. Always good. I hope you had a great holiday as well. And good to see you back on the grid. And look forward to seeing what you can do again in Canada.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
You too, mate. Take care. All right, Daniel, over to P2.
Slushy, well done on the P2. First thing is very careful race. Very, very good strategy by you for staying out under the first safety car. Were you on the edge of pitting on the safety car, or there?
No, I stayed out. Didn't think I would be able to take the hards to the end.
Which is pretty smart, because the saying is safety cars breed safety cars. And then the second safety car came out and you pitted, which was really smart, and that able to get you to P2. So before I hand it over to SJ, who'd you like to thank?
Jet and Tyler.
Well done on the P2. SJ, over to you, mate.
Oh, Slushy. It's been a while. And obviously Abhishek has done a fantastic job the last few weeks. Obviously, tonight did not go to plan for him, and it was your night tonight, and a little bit of touch and go going on those mediums for a bit of a longer stint. Obviously, the tyres here aren't the best, as we know. But I'm sure you'll be in. We'll probably have a little bit of a chat with your engineer as well, because he is in here. So we'll have a quick chat with him as well. But obviously, Marzi in the engineering box, and he does a fantastic job across the board. And obviously, the strategy was still to stay out. You stayed out. You obviously thought that the hards were not going to go to the end if you would have pitted. And yeah, you won a lot fresher tyres, but you had a bit of damage. Did the damage hurt you?
No, not really.
No, you didn't feel like you had a little bit of difficulty in sustainability in some of the corners turning with that front wing damage. Do you think that if you had not the other plate, that might have given you may have been able to try and push on and not got Calco, but got close to Calco maybe near the end, made it a bit more easier to try and get past the two kicks?
Yeah, it would have been way easier.
Yep, cool.
Than having any damage.
Well, first of all, how do you feel, man? Obviously, a podium, 12 rounds in, 13 rounds in.
I'm feeling it spectacular.
Tell us, like what went right tonight. Like what made you get that P2?
Staying out after the first safety car, and then as I was going to pit, the second safety car came out, so that was perfectly timed. And then last lap going into turn one, I see the Aston and the Sauber collide, so took my chances.
Yep. And you capitalised, and there you go. Job done. Qualifying, you looked very, very fast. What happened in Q3?
Was meant to go out on the Q2 tyres, but it put on the new set, so I crawled back to the pits and then put on the old set.
Fair enough. Good points. You'll obviously be stoked. Obviously next week, Canada. Feel you can do it again, and you feel that these tracks that are coming up are nice to you, or are you a little bit worried?
I'm not excited for Canada.
I don't think you're the only one. Unfortunately.
I'm not good there. I'm good at Spa though.
Okay, all right. Well, that's obviously the next race after. But what I'm going to say is if that 10 does, if it does give you a 10, make sure that you got your race director at the end of the race, because I know that's the biggest glitch in the game. But unfortunately, it's very late to cancel the race and change it. And unfortunately, on this game, every track has got a problem or a bug. So if we cancel all the races, we'll have no races left. Which is unfortunate. Yeah. But no, once again, top job. I'm going to ask you if you've got any shout-outs, because I know you probably have. So, yeah, take us away if you've got any shout-outs.
Mars, first off, good engineer. Helped me get to where I was. Durr as well, good team principal. And that's it.
Well, phenomenal job, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Canada.
All right.
Awesome. All right, we'll take it over to Marzi before we go on to our winner, which I'll take it over with Daniel in a second. But Marzi, we do see you jump into the comms box quite a few times. One Red Bull driver struggled. One Red Bull driver got a very, very good finish and good points. So what went right for one and what went wrong for the other?
Hang on, I'm just trying to clean my bleed nose out of excitement. Hang on. I mean, in hindsight, there's a little bit of like there's just too much wing damage for average show because there's too many incidents involved ahead of him that he simply cannot avoid, especially the one in turn 4. The one before the first safety car that sends him down the traffic and well, it's pretty much down the drain at that point. It's a little bit unlucky for him since we all basically we have done some simulation. He will have the pace, but at the meantime, he just can't use it because there's just further more chaos just going on back there, and just causing a little bit more, further more wing damage and other stuff that have to be settled for last.
Okay. And Slushy tonight.
Slushy, I mean, the first big point is basically his idea of mentioning about he's trying to stay out, and after a little bit of data deep dive and just saying that okay, yeah, you're not gonna probably you're not gonna make it, so it's kind of like a team decision to be staying out and trying to make those mediums like going a little bit longer than the one-stop window. That's usually the one-stop window. Then try to get the advantage. I mean, and then the second stage car really coming to help, and well, but there's a little bit of wing damage on there, and it's kind of balance things out. But once I know the last lap happens and they're going side by side to someone, I know something's gonna go up, like straight up not right. So, I mean, it ended up Slushy P2, and well, I mean, it's pretty much down to his driving, like his incredible driving on with those wing damage in the last 10 laps. To be honest.
How happy are you as an engineer? You've engineered a lot of the divisions. Some heartbreak, some obviously fantastic driving. Obviously, Division 1, Miyazi's been pretty fantastic. Fat Cat's been very good when he's reserved. Obviously, you got a few wins in obviously in Division 2 as well. But how do you feel tonight in Division 3 to see Slushy on the podium?
I mean, I'm already bleeding out of excitement. That's kind of sums up whatever that has happening to me, my emotions right now. So.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm pretty stoked for the team and for him. It's not been easy. Obviously, where it was going back to Australia, which I'm sure he knows deep down, and big improvement. And just tonight was just basically just sit back, capitalise, and wait for the mistakes to happen. Did you, before I let you go, did you have a bit of an inkling of the tyre situation that he was on a very, very good situation on the tyres compared to everyone else in front and behind?
Well, it's around more. I'll just say, sorry, because I've got a little bit lost there. So it's like after the second safety car, there's slash pitted. Yeah, you're talking.
Well, near the end, obviously, he was on. I think they were on about 17, and I think he was on about 12. So he had about five laps better.
There's like 10+% on the tire difference, and it's pretty much similar to the end.
Yeah. Well, that makes a massive
basically
difference.
At that point, basically at that point, we know that in the grip important track, that's pretty much done for.
Awesome. Well, once again, Maz, thank you very much for everything you do for everyone that you engineer. You're a phenomenal guy, and hopefully you can have some more proud moments like tonight. And let's see what happens next week in Canada.
Yep, cheers, mate.
Awesome. All right, Daniel, I'll let you take it away for the final interview of the night to our winner, Mr. Calco in the V Cup. Over to you, Daniel.
Calco. Mate, what a drive. Pure domination. A couple questions for you. One, how mad were you when that first safety car came out and your gap was about, 7 seconds? Or was it 4? I think it was 4.
I think it was like 3 or 4 seconds. I wasn't too mad. I knew it was inevitable, being Baku, so I wasn't too fussed, honestly. I was just kind of just waiting for it and saving my tires a little bit, even with the gap I had, just waiting for it to come out.
Yeah, very good drive by you indeed. Now, Was it It was a second safety car where your gap was almost 9 seconds. No, it wasn't. It was 6. Were you mad at that point, or because you had a
No,
pretty leading gap?
yeah. Again, I had a my I set my car up through quali for like a race setup instead of quali setup, so it benefited me a lot more during the race than probably others, and I was able to save my tires better with the setup. So I knew that I was going to create a gap anyways, just based off through sector 2 alone, and then it was enough where like nobody could use DRS or slipstream on the back of me to stay with me. So it was pretty cruisy. I wasn't sure if we were going to need to pit again on that last safety car, the last one that turned up. But in the end, I mean, Jazzy was talking about he's struggling with the tires, and I said, "Oh, look, if you pit now, like you've got a good 10, 11 lap tire offset on everyone else," and in the end, it paid off for him. So, but yeah, otherwise for me, no, it was pretty cruisy. I had a lot of practice because I had a race ban for Imola, so I've only driven this track for like the past 2 weeks.
Wow, that's something. Anyway, another question: do you think if there was another 10 laps, do you think Slushy would have caught you?
Yeah, no chance.
Wow, wow, the ego is going through the roof, ladies and gentlemen. Calco, your race winner. Over to you.
Oh, Calco, what a night. Baku is, I don't know, it's an interesting track for most. Some people love it, some people hate it. Obviously, you guys vote for full quali. Full quali was epic. I think I do love full quali. I think when you're involved in it, and you get into Q3, it's great. If you don't, obviously not. But let's talk about qualifying. Calco, what went wrong in qualifying? What happened?
Well, to be honest, I was like me and I was talking to Jazzy, and I was like, I was trying to stretch. I wasn't sure how the race was going to pan out for safety cars, so I was actually trying to stretch my 4 sets of softs I had for quali, um, to like try and leave me a set spare in case something happened late in the race, where like softs could be used, and I have like a brand new pair. So I stretched my first set of softs through both Q1 and Q2, and then uh, a second pair I had for Q2 I used really late at the end, um, and got in comfortably. And then Q3, what did I put down? Like a 138. I can't remember, but it might have been a 138 7 or 8 or something. It might have been like a 10th off first place. And I was coming through on my flying lap, and it just looked like the Haas had an accident in the castle, which was unfortunate. But that's part of racing. So there's I ended up going up the back of traffic in the castle section where he spun out. But because that area is not wide enough to even let another car pass, there was nothing that I could even do. It's just it was just unfortunate. But I was like a 10th up on that time, so I probably would have pit pole, I think.
So you're on a flying
Yeah,
lap.
it was just yeah, I was on on the last flying lap I was on, he crashed in castle, but what can you do? Like he can't reset the track, he can't get out of the way. So it was just unfortunate that the lap ended the way it did.
So the impede could go in favour of VCAP this week compared to what we saw, obviously, in one of the races the other night, where obviously VCAP got stung. I think in Division 2
Oh,
for the impede. So we'll have to wait.
I mean, it's what's he supposed to do if he has an
That's the
accident though?
problem.
Like,
Yeah, that is the problem. Because you can't get out of the way. But at the
it,
end of the day, if you're blocking someone's lap, it's impeding. Unfortunately, rules are the
yeah,
rules. That's the hardest thing about it.
yeah,
So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I just want to know what happened there because we did see you have a bit of a spin. And we were like, oh no.
yeah. Then I copped the 5 second from that, which was the 5 grid place, which was unfortunate, but.
So I think the impede penalty will go in then if you got that 5 second because this obviously hurt your race. But anyway, let's go into the race. Let's go. Well, it hurt your qualifying, but let's go into the race. Did you feel that you had the pace on the Alpines tonight? Obviously, they had a fantastic start. Obviously, P1 and P2 straight away, and it looked like it was going to be a really, really good night for them. And yeah, you sandwiched yourself in the middle. Did you feel that you had the pace on Brett and Tazio tonight?
So yeah, how did it? The start of the race, I ended up obviously moved to seventh because of the grid penalty, and then round that first corner there was that big tangle up with like three other cars, and I actually just managed to get round all of them. So I was immediately like I'd made back basically nearly all the positions that I'd lost from the grid pen. And then I was kind of gauging for the first like one or two laps if I was like immediately if I was going to be able to like stay with or catch or overtake, and how easy it was going to be. But I think the Alpines, like based when I came down the end of the first lap, the corner, it looked like that they were fighting each other. So I wasn't really sure what was going on, and then managed to slip past Bread. I got a good exit on turn two, and then overtook him at turn three on the inside. And then from there, in that same lap, the other Alpine, I'm not sure of his name, I forgot his driver
Tazio.
name, but he ended up. Who was it? Sorry.
Tazio.
Yeah. So Tazia, he actually I saw him lose a wing plate. So really early on in that same lap that I overtook Bread. So I knew he was going to be slower or thereabouts. And I managed to catch him like a lap or two later. And then after that, it just looked like he'd on turn three. I guess he misjudged his turning with the damaged wing, and Bread sent it into the back of him after he sent it into the wall. So yeah, it worked out in V Cub's favor this week.
Yes, and we've seen in past races, teammates do come together. It's not an abnormality. It does happen. We've seen it in real life in with Lando and Piastri, with Rosberg and Hamilton. It does happen, and it's about sometimes being in the VCs and being communicating and know what each other are doing. So yeah, to have the championship leader out of the race, did you feel pretty confident then that you could go on and win the race, or did you feel that there was going to be more drama in this race because it did have a few safety cars which may have just unbalanced you a little bit, that managed to pull away, gain a good lead in front, and then pull it back, and then having to restart again? So how was the momentum on those issues with the safety car and the VSCs?
Well, yeah, as I said, like we were like I was preparing a lot for this race because I
Mhm.
had like 2 weeks to run it. But I knew the boys were telling me for a reduced because it was a street track, you'd have reduced safety. So I only knew that we had to get through three before it was just kind of like then you go on and whatever happens happens. There's no more safety cars to pull the grid back together. So I was just expecting them at any point. Like I was saving tires where I could. Once I built the lead initially, so I pushed really hard to begin with. And then once I was the second car was outside of the 1 second DRS, then I was just managing tires to just try and last. And then every time we had a safety car, I think I managed two really good restarts where I gapped them pretty quickly, just caught them sleeping really on the straight.
Yeah.
And then it was just easy just to manage from that. And then it felt like everyone behind me was just fighting each other. So I kind of had a pretty boring race other than those the safety cars that brought them back together.
Well, we didn't. I'll tell you that for a fact
No,
now.
I can't wait. I look forward to watching it back, SJ. Trust me.
It's yeah, the race at the line between your teammate and yeah, was P3 and P4 was quite interesting as well. So that was a nice little watch at the end there. But no, absolutely fantastic night. Next week, Canada. Obviously, issue with track limits there. How are you feeling about that track? Are you confident? You think you can go on and do the same again, or even better, or like how are you feeling with the momentum moving forward?
Well, I don't know if we can do much better than P1 SJ unless I
We go
get
again.
past
No,
this
another
lap as
P1,
well.
another P1.
Yeah. Nah, Canada's not friendly for controller drivers like myself. The chicane at the Wall of Champions. I often concede a lot of track limits there, but if work's not too harsh on me and I can get enough practice in, maybe I'll be able to avoid those. But I don't know, a nice top 5 I'll probably aim for, and hopefully Vu can ping P1 at least if he's back with us next week. That'd be nice.
Nice. One more question before I let you go. You find any surprises tonight?
Surprises? I mean, I was surprised that the Alpines fought each other. That was surprising when I saw them down into turn 1. And then other than that, I was kind of just watching the stream on my laptop to try and engineer Jazzy a bit. So yeah, no real surprises apart from maybe the Alpines hitting each other.
Yep. Okay.
Big benefit for us in the constructors because we're very close to Merck and the Alpines.
Yes, massive in everything tonight. Actually, massive in the overalls, massive in the championship fight, everything. And I've seen overalls in this situation before through past seasons dominate, and then all of a sudden things go wrong, and the guys behind start creeping up, and also with the 100% race, big opportunity for big points. So yeah, going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 5 races, and we might see the team orders coming out now, which will be very interesting, and that spices things up a little bit more. So, no, all in all, Calco absolutely phenomenal tonight, dominated from start to finish. Fantastic in qualifying, and then the race just didn't seem to be. No one could catch you. So yeah, great pace, and well done, and well done again. This time, you being on the other end of the win. Obviously, last time we had Jeddah, where you decided to sacrifice yourself and finish in P2, and Fu taking the win. So good to see you taking it this time, mate. So well done, and congratulations on your first win of the season. Well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
No worries. Okay, Daniel, what a night! I'm a bit speechless in some areas tonight. I think that race had everything. When you read a book, you have the middle, you have the beginning, you have the middle, you have an end. It's like when you watch movies, you have trailers, you have the preview. It just had everything, didn't it? It had crashes, it had tire issues, it had people going off the runoff area, DNFs, like the championship leader, obviously DNFing as well, which obviously spices up everything. When obviously the person that's leading the championship goes out of a race, then everyone can capitalise. But yeah, and it just changed so much, didn't it? Like Daz came in the middle of nowhere. Jazzy Drop was at the back. Daz was at the back. Calco had to start and stop and start and stop, and then it was just everything tonight.
Yeah, perfectly said there, SJ. Reading a book and everything. Everything happened in this race. That was perfectly said. But yeah, I was just speechless about the whole race. About the two Alpines especially colliding, and unfortunately one DNFing, and that being the championship leader, and then the other one finishing down in P12. But the big money payout goes to the Cub, because I've done the math. They take the lead of the constructors because of Alpine's low scoring points. So well done to them, but overall, exciting race.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely fantastic. Baku done and dusted across the board from Div 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A little bit longer than normal because we are coming to the closing stages of the season. Not long to go with 5 races left. And if you want a reminder what those 5 races are, they are some big races which could definitely change things up in a heartbeat, which is going to be very, very interesting. So the last 5 races we have are Canada, Belgium, Monaco, Netherlands, and Great Britain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big races. Belgium is the biggest because it's the 100%er and it's 30 points on offer. Well, there's actually 32 points on offer because fastest lap, cleanest driver, and all that jazz, which is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a long one, I'll tell you that for now. It's 1 minute and 44. So times that by 44. It's going to be a long night. Then you've got the first time ever in Russia's history, a night race at Monaco, which is going to be epic. I am looking so forward to that. Zandvoort's back, not the reverse. I know that you do love it, but no, the normal Zandvoort. I'm sure Hoosie will definitely want to be racing. He loves that track. And then we've got my home Grand Prix for the finale to finish out at Silverstone, which I'm sure tyre wear is an issue there, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a 1-stop or a 2-stop. But next up is Canada. And thank you very much for tuning in, as always. And big up to our sponsors, as always, all their support. SRC this season affiliate, so feel free if you need a setup going into the Canadian Grand Prix at the Villeneuve Circuit of Montreal, then feel free to jump on board the comments in the chat and use the code, and you'll get a nice little discount, and you'll also have a Canadian setup ready to go across the board for Division 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so feel free to jump on that. Pagnian, if you've lost your pedals or lost your wheel or it's broken or anything, then feel free to jump on board with Pagnian and use the comment or the code in the comments, and I'll give you a nice little discount on that, and then also SEMLab as well. And thank you very much to our followers as well. Omar, I can't say this very well, but I'm going to just call him Omar. Thank you very much for the follow. We also had Harvey is the best. Phoenix on a 10 stream streak as well. Thank you very much. We then had M69 467249. Thank you very much for the onboards as well. We had Luke follow 2 days ago. Marzi on a 3-stream streak. He's actually lost his streak, and then a little bit unfortunate there. We had Tata 18941, Shooter, Maz resubscribing as well, Brooks and Mimika, and then we also had a few onboards as well. So thank you very much for the support. I will close it out very, very soon. But Daniel, thank you very much. Unfortunately, your mic was a little bit of an issue tonight, but hopefully we can get that up and ready for next week. But once again, mate, top job, and thank you very much for joining me in the comms box.
Nah, it's been a true honor, SJ. Thank you for having me.
No problem, mate. Anytime. Well, guys, big breaking news. Brett, DNF in Baku. Could things be changing for Alpine? Could things be changing for the overalls? This is the time where you cannot make mistakes. They have been leading for nearly 7 weeks. Are we going to start to see another team cause problems to Alpine? Will this be a race that they will forget, or will this be a race that could destroy the whole season? We'll have to wait and find out in Canada. But as I do, I'll give you a quote as I always do. Kelko, last time, he defended, he got P2. This time, the man was out in front and got P1. VCARB, once again, have done it again. 2 podiums in 2 races. Are VCARB a team to watch out for? We'll find out in Canada. Good night.